Bring it on. Want some, get some. Can I get a hell yeah? Yes, I am a pirate. You have to go with the pirates because, of course, they have cannons and everything. It's a pirate's life for me. Be proud of who you are and what you are. You're a pirate. It is a first down. Pirates. Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. When you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
I think I've ever been in a building as loud as that was. It was deafening in there.
You live with Omaha? I can promise you that. And it's purple all night long in Eastern North Carolina.
You're watching The Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.
All right, welcome into On Deck. We have On Deck and lots of great things to talk about, I'm sure, as the Pirates are going to be taking on Wichita State this weekend, starting tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. I know Alan Vick is going to be throwing out the first pitch.
I am. I'm working on my curveball as we speak.
He's got a mean spitter. Hey, it's gotten so bad for Alan that the umpires are going to check his hands before he runs out and throws out the first pitch because he has a knuckleball, a spitter. He's got all kinds of stuff he can do for his first pitch.
A lot of people think I'm a screwball, so there you go.
But anyway, a lot of people are going to go text Alan, are you really doing the first pitch tomorrow night? I'll tell you what, you'll just have to pay a ticket. I'm not saying anything. You just need to get a ticket and find out if Alan's going to be there tomorrow night.
See if I'm going to bounce it to home plate or not.
That's right. He did one pitch a few years ago, and he had to have Tommy John surgery, but he's coming back now finally to do another first pitch.
Yes, I did have the reconstructive surgery after that one pitch that I threw, and as the ball left my hand, I said, "Son of a pitch."
As soon as he left his hand, it bounced, and he had to have. That's why he had to have the surgery. So we forgive him on that because he had an injury. I mean,
that's right.
Had the injury, he would have been able to throw a strike right down Main Street.
You are correct. I've got a 46-mile-an-hour fastball, and I'm not afraid to use it.
And I'm also going to bring one of our dear friends, Johnny Stats, because Johnny Stats is on standby. God forbid, but if something happens to Alan, we have Johnny standing by to throw out the first pitch.
I'm ready.
And if Johnny can't do it, I don't know what we're just not going to have a first pitch. Or maybe you'll find somebody. I don't know.
They'll drag somebody out of the stands to do it.
Hey, you
over there. Can you throw a ball, at least 60 feet?
Well, Pirates had a tough night. I'm trying to make jokes because it was no joke on Tuesday night. I wish it were a joke, but Pirates lose 10-3 to the North Carolina State Wolfpack. I know Johnny and I talked about it. It was really tough to watch. And I don't know how long we're having more and more people come on the show right now watching and listening. I don't know how long we're going to be able to talk about it because I don't want to lose listeners or viewers.
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I want to talk baseball all night long. I get, sometimes irritated if we don't talk enough baseball. Tonight, we can talk Wichita State. I'm ready for that. But the NC State game, there's not a whole lot. What can we do? We can't paint it any other way than the way it was, painted. And wasn't pretty.
Yeah, there's no way you can. Yeah, that's the sad thing. There's no way that you can. Alan Vick. There's some people that get upset, but the reality is if we say that it's raining and it's not raining and we're saying, oh man, it's sunny outside, people will think we're nuts. So it's the same way we're here with the Pirates. We're not going to be critical of the pitching staff or the coaches or the players itself. but at the same time, it was not a great night. So,
Hey, man, nobody knows that more than Coach Godwin and the players and the people that were involved. So
yep.
there's not a whole lot that we could say probably that hasn't already been said.
Well, I would add this. The injury situation is getting to be a big deal. Like it's starting to, every team has injuries and coaches don't like to use that as an excuse. And Cliff, to my knowledge, he did not use that as an excuse. But man, it's tough to even field a lineup either way, on the mound or position wise. You just don't know what you have available day to day, week to week. And when I saw Blade Carver was starting at DH, I was like, wow, that's all you really need to know. I do wonder because Braden Bachman got a pinch hit at bat as well. I do wonder what's going on with Carlos. I don't know that he's injured. I don't think he is, but man, I really thought we were going to be seeing more of him. And I know his batting average isn't what he wants it to be or what anybody wants it to be, but he's already proven last year at USF he can hit the baseball. And when he does get hits with us, they seem to be timely, and they seem to be impactful. So I don't know. I'm interested to see the lineup tomorrow, just for that. That's one of the reasons, and I'm hoping to see Grady in center field. I'm really, really hoping to see Grady in center field. That'll be, I think that in that game against Tulane, when he was injured at home plate, I think the team the energy just got sucked out of him when they saw him, leaving with his, arm hanging. They knew it wasn't good. It actually turned out to be better than probably most people thought. But, we didn't have him for state, and I'm not saying that he would have made a difference because that game was just so lopsided that not one player is going to make a difference. But maybe emotionally, if he can show up in center field tomorrow, it'll be a big boost, to our team emotionally, hopefully.
No doubt. And we definitely, when it comes to another bad thing about injuries, and especially when you were talking about timely hitting. Injuries are tough, especially we know that everybody, no matter what sport you're playing this time of year in the season, you're going to be not 100%. We know that. But having said that, man, hopefully we can dodge a bullet as far as more and more. Johnny, you bring up a great point, and that's why we have you on the show. More and more and more players. We're praying that they'll be okay, and we're going to get some players back here in the next couple of weeks, I feel like. So especially I want to see what's going to really save us, I believe, is if we can get, obviously,
GVK.
Yeah, he is going to be that. We need that piece back. And then some other piece, that's the thing is that you start, I know Cliff is a great stand-up guy, but you're correct when you say the injuries have been, it seems like that, like we had the coaches were correct when they told us, Alan, you remember at Media Day, that we had depth. The problem is we've had so many injuries. It's kind of like a normal season. And I don't mean that to be like, making all kinds of excuses, but the saying goes, it is what it is.
If we did not have the depth, I'm not sure that we could field enough players to actually put a team on the field. I mean, it's been, and again, it's not an excuse. It's just it's the way things go. I'm going to tell you something. If Cliff gets this team to postseason, if that happens, and I firmly am in the camp that it can very well happen, this to me will be by far his best coaching job in Greenville with what he's had. He's had injuries in previous years, but this year has just been I don't even know the adjective to use. But if this team winds up in postseason, it'll be a miraculous coaching job by Cliff, Austin Knight, Jeff Palumbo, the trainers. They deserve a raise, obviously, because it's a mass unit right now for the Pirates. And hopefully, like you said, some players will come back at the right time. So this next, 6 weeks or whatever is going to be really, really interesting to see how, because right now you're piecing things together. I mean, just you don't have a choice.
Yeah. I hate to see it for the players that are injured. Like Riley Johnson, to me, I mean, it was awesome when he finally was able to make an appearance on the field in his last season as a Pirate. But man, he had to literally like put himself together before and after every game just to make it through 9 innings. And, I remember Cliff saying back then that his body was just, it was given out on him. And now I heard Cliff say the same thing about Nick Moran, saying that, Nick was, I guess, working out in private with one of those big inflatable balls, just trying to get his back stretched out or something. And Cliff is like, he's in so much pain. And you hate it. You just hate that these guys, they want to get out there. I mean, believe me, they want to get out there. But, when you're playing baseball, you pretty much have to be pretty close to 100%, especially if you're a pitcher.
A lot of people think of baseball as the most non-physical of the ball sports, but baseball is an extremely physical sport for a lot of reasons.
Right. It doesn't have the contact that you would, think about with football or basketball, but it certainly has. And the other thing too, guys, is that to be fair to our baseball players, is look at the schedule, look at the grueling season. I mean, from the time that you're there in January getting ready for the season, and then mid-February, Valentine's Day is always kind of like my benchmark for when the season starts, and how chilly it is, and then you're going 56 regular season games, and then you have the conference tournament can be up to 4 games potentially back at the old format. And then you have however many you're going to make it, regionals. So you're looking at 56, 60, 62, 60, maybe 66 games or more. I don't know, depending on how many.
But, what about, the kids that move up to the major leagues pretty quickly, like Trey, 162.
Yeah.
He didn't play a full season, but I mean, baseball, that's the way it is. Baseball is a marathon.
Not a sprint.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. But, there are other teams that have, podcasts. And right now, a lot of teams are sitting here doing podcasts during the week talking about the same things. A lot of teams that have the same kind of injuries and key spots. So this is not something that's exclusive to us. We just, obviously, we follow the Pirates. So for us, it hits close to home. But I can guarantee you there are 25 or 30 other teams that are going through exactly what
I know one.
Yeah.
I know one of them.
Yeah.
If you're interested, Wichita State, I guarantee you, if they have a podcast, which I imagine they do, because that program is pretty baseball heavy. They're going through just as much as we are. So they had a catcher. First of all, they only returned 7 players from last season, and really only 3 of them are getting any playing time at all.
Wow.
So, imagine bringing back 3 players. So they get this kid, Max Coffer, that started out at Texas A&M. He was the youngest player in all of the nation as a catcher at Texas A&M, played in a super regional. I think it was Stanford. It was Stanford and Vandy. I don't know which order it came in, but in any event, he transferred from there to South Carolina. He played okay, but his batting average was terrible. So this year, he's leading the nation in OPS with 1747. That's unheard of. That number is complete ridiculousness. He's hit 11 home runs and 50 at bats. And he's done. He's done for the season. And their best reliever, Ryan Morrison, he's done for the season. So, they're in the. I don't know that they're in the same boat we are, but they're not in a good boat. It's so it is happening everywhere. Alan, you're right about that, but especially our weekend opponent.
Yeah, in fact, John White says Wichita has had some bad injuries too. Look at Coastal. Injuries are part of the game. Yeah, we're not. I agree with you 1,000%, John. It's just a matter of, it seems like this year, we knew we had the injury bug last year, but it just seems like maybe more magnified this year. I think the number of injuries is more. I could be wrong on that. I haven't counted up. Johnny, have you counted up how many players we had injured last year versus this year? But it seems like it's more. Maybe it's not.
No. It depends on what you're counting. Are you counting Ryan Towers and Antolic Brett Antolic last season? They never played. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We thought they were they didn't. Riley Johnson, at the baseball banquet was ready to go. And then on my way to, opening day, I looked at the starting lineup and there was no Riley Johnson. And then we know what happened there. He struggled all season to get back. Going back a few years, we had JJC, who missed a considerable amount of time. And then we had the pitching situation with the issue with, was it Ryan Lunsford, Wyatt Lunsford Shankman, and the kid that went to Arkansas.
With Root.
Yeah, thank you, Zach Root. And I think Trey even had an issue. And then we had the thing where Carson wasn't able to play for us. It seems like every season there's a key piece. Sorry about that. Key piece that's not available.
It really is, and it's not. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just wild. And then, like I said earlier, this team is in position to still, have a special season, and all is not lost. But we say it every time we pop on here. But you talk about an important weekend. Holy smokes! I mean, I haven't uttered the word sweep this year because I don't like to use that term. But we really need to find a way we need to find a way to find a way this weekend to get a sweep if at all possible. I mean,
I agree.
We cannot lose this series. If we lose this series, we are more than behind the 8 ball. We're in it's desperate times if we lose this series. So Pirate fans need to get out, be loud, be proud. This team needs support now more than ever. Don't not show up because State beat us the other night and yada, yada, yada. Now is the time that you show your true Pirate fandom and you come out and you support the fellas and Coach Godwin and everybody involved, because this weekend is pivotal.
It really is.
Where this season is going to go from here, I believe.
And no doubt about it. We have games typical times 6, 4, and 1. And did they move on one of those times? Wichita was at the game, one of the games where they moved. Anyway, normal times are 6, 4, and 1. I'll have to double check on that. But as far as next week goes, you have an away game with Old Dominion on Tuesday, and then you have back home USF. So my point is, Alan, you make a great point of you're looking at right now. We'll have 4 home games, right? We have a break, and then you got 3. So 7 out of the last 8 games will have been at by the time we're at next weekend. Not that I'm looking ahead. My point is that we've got a nice little homestand that we really, really, really need to take advantage
of. I think it's going to be a good crowd. I really do. I think a lot of people feel the same way I do. That wasn't typical Pirate baseball that we witnessed Tuesday night. And I think they're going to rebound. Again, I don't know who's available and who's not. That's kind of important. But Wichita State they've been on the road twice so far in the American, and they won both series, Memphis and UAB. They took 2 out of 3 in both those places on the road. So they're no pushover. So, we gotta be on our game.
And let's be honest, what happened in the State game happens to the best of teams. I mean, you look at teams in the major leagues that are leading divisions and having great seasons, and they'll get beat 10-3 on a Tuesday by another. So we just need to. The State is over. I guess we can just, wash that one and put that one in the rearview mirror and look forward, because that's all we can do now, because we are regular season wise, and it's just math. We are running out of opportunities to put ourselves in a position where we're not, biting our fingernails Memorial Day.
Oh yeah. To your point, LSU lost to Bethune-Cookman last week. That's crazy.
Yeah,
if that can happen, anything can happen.
Yeah,
it's baseball.
Baseball is a weird sport. Baseball, the little things that shift momentum mean more in baseball than I think in any other sport. There's so many variables that have to line up just right to have a successful baseball season. And certainly we've been behind the eight ball. That's why I said earlier, if this team winds up in postseason, which I still believe it will, I haven't lost faith at all. Cliff they need to build a statue to Cliff Godwin if this team gets to postseason. Let's just be honest, because they would have overcome miraculous obstacles to do that.
I will say that if you're going to the game tomorrow night, it's going to be Luke Payne again, and then Ethan on Saturday. And last season, Ethan pitched on Saturday at Tulane and won, and then he followed that up with pitching at Wichita State on Saturday. At Wichita State on Saturday and won. So Saturday starts, especially against those two teams, are nothing new. And we did win his start, last Saturday, and he should have got that win. But that's another story for another time. But he's starting this Saturday, so the Friday game's really, really, really important tomorrow.
And obviously Luke Payne has been a little up and down, but he's had some really good moments this year.
Yeah, I think he's it's a cliche. I don't like to use cliches, but I feel like he's turned the corner a bit where he has more control. I mean, he's always had good stuff, but he had a hard time finding the plate, and he hit some people, walked a lot of people. He's not doing those things. So he's looked really good his last couple of starts, and I'm very confident in him tomorrow. So we'll see.
Yeah, Pirate fans, I think most Pirate fans that follow baseball know how much of a difference that the fans make. Fans that show up and they're loud and they're into it and and being Pirate fans and that great atmosphere that we all love, that matters. That atmosphere to me is worth a couple runs a game. You can't put a statistical, number on it, but when the Pirate fans are into it and then Clark LeClair's rocking, it's worth a couple runs a game, in my opinion.
I'm back, and yes, you're correct on that, Alan, when you say that, because it's intimidating when we're really loud and Clark LeClair. It is really intimidating. You can tell sometimes the pitchers or different players how much our fans matter, and that goes to, it doesn't matter what sport it is, but it's like the way I describe Clark LeClair to people that have never been to Clark LeClair. Take a football crowd and put it into a much smaller stadium like Clark LeClair, and that makes it even more tough. And
they're into every pitch, and that's the cool thing. They don't take a pitch off.
No, they don't.
When Clark LeClair's rocking every pitch, if it's an inch outside and we don't get the call, it's comical.
Woo!
Yeah. I mean, there's just all kinds of. I've heard some of the greatest umpire insults of all time inside Clark LeClair. Just some funny stuff, not mean spirited, not rude stuff, just funny ways of talking to the umpire.
It's never
respectfully. Yeah.
It's never disrespectful, and it's never less than just high. It's highbrow humor. I'm going to do a best of, because I'm right there with the Megaphone crew, and I mean some of the stuff that Sean and Nate and of course Brian and Jared come up with is just it's top shelf comedy. It's very, very entertaining.
Yeah,
I'm going to do a best of.
Those guys are extremely entertaining, for sure.
Absolutely.
They're fun to listen to and fun to watch. And guys, except for some late afternoon rain on Sunday, the weather looks good tomorrow. Weather looks good on Saturday, and I think we'll be able to get the game in on Sunday before the rain and thunderstorms arrive. And the fact of the matter is, we need some rain around here. I don't want it to affect the schedule, but it is. We are in desperate need of some rain in eastern North Carolina.
Isn't that always the case? I mean, where we live, it's just
yeah. We're in a statewide burn ban right now, and it's dry. It's and hopefully once the game is over and the Pirates have won on Sunday, hopefully we'll get a slow, steady, 10, 12 hours of rain. It's supposed to be much cooler on Monday, by the way, and into next week. But right now, the weekend weather for the series looks good. It's supposed to be 93, which would break a record on Saturday.
That is hot. And we'll be talking later for people that don't know about what we can, a little bit about the spring game. And of course, next week, by the way, not on Sunday night, but on next week, we'll have a show just talking about spring football. And I heard a rumor, I don't know if it's true, that Alan is going to take a Superman cape and nothing else on and run around the field. I don't know if that's true, but I heard about that.
Well, it's not true that I'm going to be running anywhere, not wearing anything. I do have a Pope outfit from Halloween's gone by that I could wear.
Oh my Lord!
But if I thought the Superman cape would lead to a win for the Pirates and whatever, I'd wear that son of a gun everywhere and twice on Sunday, for sure. And I went as the Pope one year at Halloween and tore up pictures of Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, God rest her soul.
Yeah, that was I miss her, but that was my best Halloween costume. I usually go as a middle-aged disc jockey. That's my go-to costume most of the time.
That's what you're looking for?
That's what I usually wear every year. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Thomas is not going to be there on Friday night. He'll be cooking a pig.
Yeah.
And Saturday should be great weather. It's going to be hot, as Alan just talked about. And he says, Johnny, I'll have a list of you bum jokes on my phone I can share with you.
Okay, Josh. I'm going to go visit. I'm going to visit Josh on Friday, just to see what's going on under the stadium.
Yeah, when they're cooking the pigs and the pig out, I've been involved in cooking and helping to cook a few times over the years, and that's a lot of fun. You stay up all night and have fun, and that's. I was a little younger back in those days. I could stay up all night and not be miserable the next day. But the pigskin pig out has always been one of my favorite things. When the radio station especially was involved, and we did broadcast from there, and the pig out's a good event. It's a great family event,
and a good place to get some good grub too.
Oh man, if you leave hungry, it's your own fault.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of which, we were promised something, and I've been trying to text. That's what I've been doing. I can't multitask worth anything. But where in the heck is? Before I say any bad language, where is Justin Butts? Because remember, guys, you may not remember this or where I'm going with this, but he promised that the TSO crew that we could be sitting in the suites.
Oh, yeah.
Great barbecue from the pigskin pig out party.
Yep.
And where is he now? Have you noticed he's not anywhere to be found?
And Justin's not the kind of guy to renege on a promise. So I think we'll be okay. But it would be nice just to get a little confirmation to make sure that's going to happen.
And by the way, everybody says I don't wear your pirate stuff. There you go. My boss gave this to me at Christmas. So Kyle and everybody that they don't wear any pirate stuff.
I've got on my pirate baseball shirt.
So and I got another. My colleagues got me another ECU. It's a purple shirt today. And Johnny, I'm gonna be cool like you because it's a pirate belt. I hope it'll. I haven't tried it on yet, but it's literally
awesome.
got.
Well, in my what do you call that? Pick, whatever I got going on there. That is me and a celebrity at Sups. I don't know if you can tell.
Who
Can
is
you
that?
tell who I'm with?
That's the American.
That is Soar the Eagle.
Or, yeah, I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, man. We were hanging out at Sups. That's the day that ESPN came to town for
Johnny,
the Army game.
Get crushes.
Did I have any?
No, not you. Soar the Eagle.
No, he did not.
Oh man,
probably because he's cardboard, but you know.
That's what I feel like after about 4 Sup crushes. I feel like cardboard.
There goes our sponsorship.
But I mean, those things are great. I mean, I love them.
They are. They really are.
I just can't hang like I used to be able to with the alcoholic beverages guy. As Hank Jr. once said, the hangovers hurt worse than they used to.
Yeah, all my Reddit friends.
And he's absolutely right.
Yeah, Johnny Robertson has settled down. So
you talk about pirate gear. I have something that I'll always treasure. In about 2010, I got a phone call from Jeff Charles. And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm whatever." He said, "Can you meet me out on Memorial Drive at the Burger King out on Memorial Drive? I'm on my motorcycle. It's a beautiful day. I have something I want to give you." So I met Jeff out at the Burger King out on Memorial Drive, like you're going towards Bethel. He gave me a Pirate Sports Network collar shirt, just to have. He said, "Man, you help us out all the time and get us out." So he gave me that shirt. So that's something I'm talking about, pirate gear. That's something I'll always treasure. And he took the time and did that for me. I thought that was very cool and very kind.
Yeah, he is sorely missed because, man, the coolest thing in the world, I've mentioned this a couple times on the show, I'll mention again, when you admire somebody's work and you listen to Jeff Charles and then he listens to you on the radio and says, I'm 23 years old at the time when I first met Alan. Alan was like 18 or 17 at the time, I think. But anyway, Alan, Johnny, I've never been good with numbers. But anyway, but he talked, like, hey, he was talking to him good about me and about he enjoyed listening to me. And that meant, he's said that so many times, but that meant the world to me when you have Jeff Charles that you listen to, a guy that I won't go deep on, like in the weeds, but Alan can back me up on this. The guy was one of the best I've ever seen at commercials. He could do a commercial, and they called him, in fact, his brother Doug told me one time, and it's true, his nickname was One Take Charles because he never messed up.
Yep, he would come in, knock it out in one take. Usually one take and get up and see, because he had to come in. He came in before the season and did liners for us every year for Beach Boogie and Blues. He would come in, all these return liners you're listening to Pirate Baseball on Beach Boogie and Blues. Jeff would do those, and he would sit down with a list of about 7, and he was in the station for a grand total of maybe 15 minutes. And it took me 5 minutes to set him up and get his levels right and do all that. But he was not a 5, 6, 7 take guy that I ever saw. I never saw him do it. Never saw him take more than 3 takes to do anything.
And Johnny, you notice he didn't say that about me.
Notice he don't say it about me either. He brought Ruffin out.
Jeff's in rare company though, Dave. Don't take offense at it.
Yeah, he brought Ruffin out to the station a couple of times. Hey, Ruff was fun to work with in the studio with those liners as well. He was a lot of fun to do that. I used to save the outtakes of Ruffin doing the liners. It was pretty funny.
One of my favorite outtakes of all time, and Alan probably will know this. We had a show, and Alan, do you know where I'm going with this? We had a show called the Piggly Wiggly Post-Game Scoreboard, and Henry Hinton did a great job. And we had it in the double wide in the sky, but anyway, it was funny to me because one time Coach Logan was in there and he was cut. I don't know what commercial it was, but one of his outtakes we used for the longest time when he was commenting about Piggly Wiggly, about us doing that, getting that sponsorship. And he said, "You guys are shameless." And we use that, oh my God, over and over and over. again.
Well, Piggly Wiggly postgame scoreboard is not the easiest thing to say. First of all, it's a little bit of a tongue twister. Those were fun days, man. They really were, and and like I've said before, we are so fortunate to have great media coverage. Pirates, man, the Pirates are covered from pillar to post. You got the game, you got Pirate Radio, you got what we do, you got others. There are very few schools that have the great media coverage that ECU has. So we're very fortunate.
I agree. I have to break in here for a minute. Dave, is there a way you can send Kyle?
Yeah, I'm doing it right
link?
now. I don't know what's going
Yeah.
Kyle's the kind of guy on a computer. He mashes the button and the cup holder comes out, and he puts the cup in there, but he doesn't know where to put the CD.
All right. And John White says, was Jeff's greatness the reason we still have no voice of the Pirates? We need one, though. Rest his soul. What a run.
That's interesting. So what Will is saying is he was so good that they just can't hire one person, right? And there's nobody out there that.
That's not the case. That's not the case.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I think, and I think Dave has a better perspective than I do, the biggest problem is travel and finding someone that's not doing anything else. Because I mean, you have to basically give up your whatever you're doing to be the voice of any program, for sports, because you're on the road. The seasons, if you do baseball, football, basketball, that's a year-round job, and it's getting harder and harder to find. You have to pretty much work for the university in another capacity, and then do the radio, not on the side, but it has to be part of your duties.
Yes, we bring in Kyle from I just vote for Kyle Barber to be the voice of the Pirates. That's what I want to do.
Oh, what are we talking about?
We were talking about John White asked why that we've never gotten a permanent replacement for Jeff Charles.
Because we just decided not to after the debacle with
Chris Edwards.
There's no excuse for it.
And actually, and let me just say this. We've talked about that whole thing, but to say that again, Chris Edwards is a good guy, and I know he exaggerated. And
is he doing some work for Wilson?
Yes.
I make that? Yeah, I thought.
Yes,
so.
I think he's on the radio broadcast for the Warbirds.
So he's doing Warbirds baseball. I love how he can still work for Duke, but he couldn't work for us.
Yeah.
They have no academic standards over there in Durham.
Ronnie Behringer's on the PA for the Warbirds, and I think Chris is on the radio.
It doesn't. Well, and I'm glad Chris is still going strong. It just pretty much everybody has a voice still, and the fact that we don't is just it. There was a lot of people that wanted that job, a lot of people.
Yep.
When Chris
and there was another one that God rest his soul, but Pete Medhurst.
He did. He was interested in it.
He told us before. We didn't say anything because we didn't. He unfortunately, for those that don't know, he passed away from brain cancer. It really sucks, but it was awful. I really thought that he was going to bounce back, and unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Yeah, it really
bad.
It was all of a sudden.
Yeah. But he was one that was like when we were going through the Chris Edwards thing right before that or whatever.
Yeah, he said he really considered applying for it.
Wow, like that one was a real shocker, and he was really good. He was the kind of guy that
would have been a huge step down in media market. He was in the Baltimore media market and did a radio show on Baltimore radio in addition to covering Navy football and athletics, and he considered it because he loved our football atmosphere so much.
And our fan base, he talked about that, how passionate our fans are. And there's nothing obviously wrong with the Naval Academy, but you got to admit, like, there's more of us than the Navy.
Yeah, but my thing was, Dave, he did a show in the Baltimore on Baltimore radio, Baltimore Sports Talk. It's I don't know, but that would have been a good gig. But there was a lot of people that were interested in the job, and
Chris Ameyer.
Well, we won't talk about you. I think Dave.
Yeah, but
it was, Haymeyer was interested, but anyway,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that on there.
Yeah.
I love Chris Haymeyer. This is nothing against Chris Haymeyer. In fact, that's why I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
But there was other people. There was a lot of people that wanted that job, and I don't know why in the world when things went south with Chris Edwards, we have just been doing nothing.
I wish we could pay, and I know that's the problem. But Zoki, if we could if he could do basketball and the issue with the Panthers.
Well, they don't want to relocate, I guess.
Yeah. Well, what's the issue is with basketball? There's so many games, and see, he's on WBT, the oldest radio station in North Carolina, by the way. He's on that station, and he does the Panthers, and he does us.
Yeah. I wouldn't be too excited to have Jim Zoki as our guy.
You don't like Zoki as doing football?
Well, no, he's fine, but he's a Panthers guy. I mean, I just want our own, I want our own guy.
Zoki does, was it Furman or Winthrop that's right there at Charlotte? He does one of their basketball.
I think it's Winthrop.
It'd be Winthrop.
Winthrop. I would have no problem with Zoki if he wanted to do it. He does a good job with football, but I'd be open to a number of different people. Hell, the guy that did the Tulane play-by-play for baseball this weekend, I'd take him.
Oh yeah, he's real good.
Yeah, but
for TV, I mean, not Corey. I mean, obviously I'd take Corey, but I mean, I don't think
that's not happening, unfortunately. But
I don't have any intel or don't know why, or I don't have any inside information. But personally, for me, I think Patrick Johnson would do a great job.
He would.
I think Patrick would be. He's a Pirate guy. He's been around forever. I think Patrick does a great job with ESPN Plus. I don't know why they don't use him on the mothership, but I think Patrick would be. But again, I think it comes back to travel and you can't make a living just doing the play-by-play. You have to have a full-time gig, and the play-by-play has to be part of your packet, your deal.
Guys, read the private chat, and then here on StreamYard, if you read that, then that's
okay. Hold on a minute.
That's exactly what the deal is. I don't know. I don't want
Okay, got you.
Yeah, it just comes down to the old-fashioned word, and y'all know what it is. It starts with an M. So that's what it has to do with.
Mucho dinero.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll just
never
say
mind. I was going to say something, but I just got a text.
I'll tell you what it is. It comes down to we're on the cheap. We are on the cheap, and it drives me absolutely nuts. I've been trying the radio broadcast. We need to, David Horn does all of them do a great job. I'm not saying that, but to have just like what you're saying, Alan, if you're going to have a guy that's going to commit themselves from August, because you got media day, all that time, all the way to June, basically is 10 months. If you're going to count baseball, if you're going to put that guy in there, but you're looking at, a lot of travel time. And if you're not going to have, like you said, if you're not going to have a university position, which I think they should do, I think they should do just, Kyle, to mention our buddy again, do a Chris Haymeyer, make him the director of media. And
that'd be great.
Just like with Haymeyer's, that's what Haymeyer's doing now with Campbell. And the deal he did, like we talked about with Meet TV or what is that? Me TV 2? Whatever.
Yes. My TV. Yeah.
My TV. Yeah, that's right.
My TV.
For Campbell was a great deal for Campbell, and get him to be creative and do stuff like that. Find deals for us like that for us. I would love.
Well, Jeff Charles wasn't just doing the radio. He was doing the sales thing in the summertime.
He did that
for football.
He wasn't at the end.
Yeah, I know, but he did that he did the sales thing for quite a while. Though.
Yeah, he did for a long time, but for the last several years it was I can't think of the young lady's name now, but
Megan,
that was
Megan Hinchin.
Yep.
Yeah. The play fly.
Check the private chat again, guys.
Okay. All right.
Our private chat, our
Oh yeah, StreamYard.
StreamYard, yes.
StreamYard.
Yeah. And that'll give you some more intel on
Yeah,
somebody we were talking about.
yeah. Well, like I
I
said,
was told that by a very reliable source.
no,
By the way, our listeners are hating us right now.
well, there's some things we talk about, and there's some things we're
Yeah,
not.
we can talk about it, but it's not going to help us get what we want. So we're not going to.
Yeah, we're not going to say it.
Yeah.
But anyway, we need to. That is definitely John White. I'm glad that you brought that up. We definitely need a voice. I think that's extremely important. And
Now you know who that comes from, by the way, with some private chat. Yeah,
I do.
Yep. Okay.
And I'll say a word.
Yep.
You have to protect your sources.
Yep.
But Kyle, you made that point 2 or 3 years ago, like way back. It's been like 23 somewhere in there. Whenever the whole thing went down, and Chris Edwards should have had the job. I've said that long. Just apologize, give him the job, and move on.
Yep.
And
That
was a huge that is a huge debacle that we did, especially the fact that we had a committee. People knew it. We all knew it. And I love Chris. I love him. I text him from time to time. I think he's a really good guy, just like I love Chris Haymeyer. They're guys that are friends of this show that we know, that we're not close friends, but we're radio media friends. And they're really good dudes. And I hate that went down, but to not.
Yeah, I was excited for Chris Edwards. He was my number 2 choice. I wanted Haymeyer, and that wasn't going to happen. And so, because I wanted, I loved Haymeyer so much. I wanted, when he was here doing baseball.
Oh yeah.
I wanted them to do something where, like a coach in waiting kind of thing with Jeff Charles, where he would be like the voice in waiting or something. But I wanted to tie Haymeyer up, but not literally. But
that's a visual that I did.
Chris was really good to work with too.
He's that's the thing.
Really good to work with. Yeah.
He's and same way with Chris Edwards. He's a really good guy. Both of the Chris's. Speaking of which, and then we could talk Wichita baseball now that Kyle's here. I think. By the way, we need to Kyle. You had a spot on. We will get the folks home from the Warbirds, but guess what they have on July the 11th?
Who, the Warbirds?
They have a really cool promotion on July.
Naked Lady Night.
No, that's July 10th.
Okay, I'm going to be there the 10th.
They have but this I have to give them, and I'm going to give them love because I love creative ideas I've never heard of, and maybe y'all have heard of this, but it's called Chris Fest. If you know people that are named Chris, they're trying to have the most Chris's, like men or women, at a stadium at one time.
Well, we just talked about 2 Chris's a minute ago.
Oddly enough.
Yeah, and it's my understanding they had a heck of a crowd opening night for the home game.
They did. It was sold out. Yeah, they did, and I reached out to the folks at the Bird Dogs today. Hopefully, we'll be hearing back from them soon. Would love to have try to promote them on the show.
Warbird
and Warbirds, and the Warbirds also. So we, we'll see.
They got Rachel Lindstrom now, Kyle. What the fella we interviewed last season? I guess she took his place.
There's a definite upgrade just on site.
Yeah, no doubt.
But she's a Pirate. I reached out to her today, so hopefully she'll get back to me. If not, I'll reach out to someone else with the Warbirds, with the Bird Dogs. So we're gonna cover a little minor league baseball this year with the Bird Dogs and the Warbirds. And
what about the Yard Domes?
The who? Oh, that's towards the end of summer. And with the CPL, I mean, there's so many damn teams to cover. You cover the Yard Gnomes, you cover the Marlins. It's all, it's really, you get into covering them, you're opening up a can of worms. Whereas the Warbirds are the only Carolina League team in our area, our immediate area. And then obviously the Bird Dogs are the only Frontier League team between here and Mississippi.
The closest, no, it's like, well, yeah, 8 or 9 hours.
South. The closest team to us would be, I believe, the New Jersey Jekylls.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, talk about a rivalry there. We're so close, right, Alan?
Yeah, I love the Warbirds. I love that name. I mean, there's so much you can do with that, on a hat, on a T-shirt, on a whatever.
There he is, but to me, the Bird Dogs.
Bird Dogs is great too.
But to me, with the Bird Dogs, and I will see what they do with the young lady this year and the promotional ideas. But there's no restrictions. There's no MLB team to answer to. You could do all kinds of interesting things.
Like Christmas.
Well, I mean, sure. That's I mean, that's a good way to sell tickets because there's a lot of Christmas. I mean, that's a gimmick to sell tickets is what that is.
Well, yeah.
But, I mean, and essentially they all are. But, I want to do this, guys. We're going to go to a Bird Dogs game. We'll do a Bird Dogs game and the Warbirds game. I want a friendly heckle. I want to, JR, see if you're down with this. I want to yell things at players like, say the guy's name is Jenkins. Hey, Jenkins! I bet you drink orange juice straight from the carton, you bum.
Oh, my God.
I want to do that. You're like, hey, Richmond, I bet you eat hot dogs with ketchup on them, you bum.
That's low, Kyle.
Yeah, just do that all night. You just heckle, but it be just silly crap.
So as Kyle is removed from the stadium, we'll all go, we don't know him. Sorry, never seen him before in my life.
I'm telling you,
never seen him before in my life.
You do that.
One more ketchup joke. You're out of here, buddy.
If you do that, you could create that atmosphere and encourage it. Encourage who can be the most creative, family-friendly heckling. You could create one of the best atmospheres in minor league baseball. It would be
kind of like what we're doing in Johnny. Kind of like what I'm hearing from Kyle. I like his idea. It's kind of like what you expect in the jungle, but yet it'll be at the Bird Dogs.
Yeah.
Didn't the Bird Dogs? Didn't they start out by being a good-natured heckling team by even choosing the name Bird Dogs because it was like the wood ducks?
Yeah.
And then they put the duck in the dog's mouth. I was like, okay.
I was heckling some players last year. They were playing New York Boulders, and some of the New York Boulder fans got mad that it traveled up to the and they complained to security, and security asked everybody around me if I was cussing. They told them I was cussing, and I was like, he hadn't cussed one time. I was literally just yelling, like every time, like let's say the player's name was Vic. I would just yell the whole time, like when he would go, I would go, Alan, just that the whole time.
How did you know what happened on my wedding night? Who told you?
Well,
you got heckles on your wedding night? Wow.
By Jamie or from the next room?
Well, I was going to say, my name was screamed all night on my wedding night because I was beating on the door trying to get in.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I heard a story about somebody beating on a hotel door trying to get in one time. You want to hear it?
No,
later after hours.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
I do know. Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
Okay. Some of our listeners might find that story interesting.
It's one of Alan's friends.
I think I know where you're going. I think I know who you're referring to. So yes,
Alan's best friends. You better not.
I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
This has been the ultimate innuendo show, like inside joke so far.
We're talking about.
Well, Kyle, I think you're fluffing pillows on the devil's bed there.
Have to be really careful, not to name
pillows on the devil's bed.
I was listening to Ward Davis on the way down. That's one of his lines.
Oh, man.
What song is that from?
That is from, I think, the duet he did. Actually, it was three. It was him, Jamie Johnson, and Clint Black, maybe. I'll send it to you. That was one of his lines. I thought it was pretty creative.
I know Cody and Ward Davis re-recorded Nothing's News with Clint Black. But
And then Willie Nelson. I heard one with Willie Nelson and.
The Worn Out Cowboys.
Yeah, I didn't like that one, but
You
no,
don't
that
like
was
that
not
with
with the
Jamie Johnson,
no,
Ward Davis. That's
no.
great. Favorite Ward Davis song would probably be Black Cats and Crows.
All right. We've got John White. He's responding to your heckling, Kyle.
All right.
As a player must responds to Kyle on drinking orange juice from the carton, only it was pulp free.
There you go. All right, but see, there you go, John White. As a former player, friendly funny heckling like that. You're not cursing at someone.
You're talking about their mama.
Yeah, talking about their mama. Yeah,
So interact.
I would laugh. I think it could screw you up more than actually being mean because you're actually listening to it and you bust out laughing while somebody's throwing a strike past you.
Well, maybe what they should do is give you and Jessica free season tickets, and you work for the.
I think they should definitely do that.
Let you sit behind home plate, and instead of with.
I need people with me. I just need people to yell "you bum" after I yell the insult. You bum.
Bum lucka.
That's the best, and it happens more than people think. There you go. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't have a problem with that. It's when you start doing racial slurs or cussing.
That's not.
Yeah, that goes beyond heckling. There.
Mean heckling is point. I mean, I don't even like it when you're just. It needs to be it needs to be good natured. If I don't like the team, like if it's ECU, NC State, I'm not going to be heckling. I'm just going to be, that's different. That's yelling and cheering and booing and but just mean spirited heckling, and there's no place for that in sports.
Yeah, it's like with Alan. Let's say Alan and I had which I think we agree on all the teams, but let's say that we had a rivalry. Like he pulls for one team and I pull for another one. I would just make comments. Hey, Alan, did you see that game last night? And kind of wink at him and you're like, shut up. I don't want to talk to you or whatever, but not to be taken to the point of where it's calling Alan names or, some people take it way too personal when it comes to sports, like, a rivalry with East Carolina and another team or whatever. And it's like,
if it's against Carolina or NC State with another fan, it can get heated. I've had that happen, but as far as it's different, I wouldn't start heckling a UNC or NC State player because it's not going to be fun. That's I'm cheering for East Carolina and I'm booing NC State and UNC as hard as I can, but I'm not going to single out a player and heckle them in that situation because I'm not even going to do that. I can't do it lightheartedly in those situations, so I wouldn't even I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't engage.
It wouldn't be fun.
Right. So,
and if you're trying to have fun
minor league baseball is the perfect atmosphere for something like that.
It's always good when you don't have a bird dog in the fight.
There you go. Exactly. You want them to win, but it's not gonna break your heart if they don't.
Yep. I got a friend of mine who's he's blind and he's a huge New York Mets fan. And huge. They've lost 8 in a row, so we're in the process of removing all the sharp objects out of his house right now. Because holy
totally
smokes.
Blind, partially blind.
No, he is blind. He is blind. He listens to every game on the radio.
Blindness is a spectrum. So he's totally blind.
Yeah, he is absolutely 100% totally, blind.
Okay, and where does he live?
He lives between Winterville and Ayden, and he is a lifelong New York Mets and New York Rangers fan.
Okay.
He listens to every game. I'm not
kidding.
How old is he? Mike is 73.
Okay.
He's older than he's older than I am.
I was going to see if he wanted the job, but at 73, probably not.
Yeah, he's a super dude, smart as he could be. He loves classic country music and New York Mets baseball. That's his.
He's got good taste with the music.
Yeah, he does. he doesn't know any other kind of music except for the old country. It's serious. I'll name bands and he's like, I'll play him I don't know, John Mellencamp song that's got a dobro in it, and he'll go, man, I didn't know he did that. He's a country man, that's for sure.
Yeah. I do have a fun fact for you. Do you know who was the very first pitcher for the New York Mets, April of 1962?
I know who pitched. I know Nolan Ryan. That was his first team, and the only World Series he won was in '69 with the Mets.
That's correct. The very first pitcher, and you're going to say, "Oh, it's not like I have random like trivia for you." The reason I'm bringing that up, my great uncle Roger Craig, was the very first pitcher for the New York Mets, April of 1962. I don't know the exact date.
Okay.
So that way you can win a fun fact for you guys. But that's what's kind of cool when I went to New York and in the NLCS, and I knew the Dodgers were going to win, but I was happy, very, very happy being amongst Mets fans that they won.
Hard to believe, guys. Been 40 years in October. The Buckner thing happened. 40 years.
Wow. And
what happened?
When the ball went between Buckner's legs in the World Series.
And he was a very good.
He was a great baseball player. Yep.
And that's all people remember him from.
Yeah, which is terrible because he had great seasons with the Cubs, with the Red Sox, and he was a great ball player. But that's a.
Did you guys already preview Wichita?
Yeah,
we did a little. We did some. I mean, we know we gotta have a very successful weekend.
We got to sweep. We got to sweep, and if I think if you don't at least go 2-1 this weekend, then get hot after that and continue winning, it's going to be win the tournament to get in.
Yeah, I 1,000.
Because I'll get your opinion. I'll get your opinion on this, Kyle. I said earlier that if this team makes postseason, I think it'll be Cliff's best coaching job ever.
I said that.
I mean, 22.
I disagree with that, but everyone has their own opinion.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, if they make the postseason.
I mean, if this team winds up in a regional, I think it's tremendous coaching.
I think this team has talent. I mean, so I think they've underachieved. We need to get some pitching back, and the word was we're going to get what's his name, our Saturday starter. I can never remember his freaking name.
GBK.
Kimpin.
Yeah, GBK. We're going to get him back mid to late April, and we're mid to late April now. So maybe it's coming sooner than later. But the problem is these bats are so inconsistent. We will be red hot, putting up 12 runs a game, and then can't score on anybody. That showing against NC State the other night was embarrassing. It was very reminiscent of the Friday night game against UNC. When you got a sold-out packed stadium against an in-state rival, you got to perform better than that. Cliff cannot be happy with those guys and the way they performed against NC State. No shame in losing to NC State. It was just a performance. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, we were beaten in every facet.
Yep.
I mean, it started early and never got better.
Yeah,
no.
Early,
just like the Carolina game at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Same deal.
Exact same thing, and you can't have that.
And last year too.
And those fans, you got fans there that come for those games that don't come to many others, and when you get those kind of performances, they're not going to come back. Not that we don't have trouble selling any tickets to the ECU baseball games, but you want people to show up. And when you got people that aren't normally at every game because it's Carolina or State, and you have the opportunity to maybe get them to come back, and you have a performance like that. I mean, it's embarrassing, and it's just, I don't know. It's just you can't have those. It's not losing to NC State. You never want to lose to NC State, but it's just that performance. You can't do that.
Yeah, well, not only that, but Kyle, you make a great point that I'll add to when you were talking about the fans. What excites fans for us is when we beat the midweek games, our in-state rivals, and especially the ACC. And that's what's so hard is like, not only did we lose, it was tough. And those are the games, like you said, if you're looking at buying tickets or a hard ticket to get, it's going to be North Carolina. It's going to be NC State. I think you can even add a little bit of Duke and a little bit of Campbell in there. But NC State, and of course North Carolina are the two games that are at Clark LeClaire, we have them, are going to be hard to get. Now,
Coastal Carolina coming, going forward probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's become definitely, I would
Well,
say.
NC State and UNC is going to be a tough ticket to get in any sport. Basketball, baseball,
Oh, yeah.
football. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough ticket to get.
And how
I
about
will say this: we can pay them back. When we go to Raleigh in a week or so, and we can right the ship. We can beat them in Raleigh, and then we'll be 3-3-1 against the ACC on the season.
There you go.
And that was a big win for State.
Oh yeah,
Really, because look at our RPI at that time.
Yeah.
Was higher than State, so that was a big win for them. They started. They
were 61, and we were 34, and they won on the road.
Yeah, that's a big win.
So what is our RPI now, guys? I haven't
40.
Okay.
That didn't hurt us that bad.
Well, because of the fact of
we dropped 6 though.
Yeah, but that's still, you lose at home. It didn't hurt us that bad.
This weekend needs to be really good, or it's going to really hurt our RPI.
Yeah.
Kyle, what we were talking about before you came on was I agree with you. We got a sweep, but Wichita State, we can't take them lightly because they've had 2 road series in the American so far, and they took 2 out of 3 against both UAB and Memphis. So on the road, they're 4-2 in conference. Yeah. Now we're better than both those teams, but
yeah, well, or maybe depends on the week.
Yeah, maybe UAB. We'll see.
Well, but the fact is that we talked about it, Kyle, before you came on. Wichita State, they've had a lot of injuries too. So at this point of the season, as I mentioned, Kyle, earlier, is that a lot of people are banged up. It doesn't matter what sport you're playing. By this point of the season, you're definitely going to have some, there's a difference between hurt means you're still playing, injured means you're not. And we've got a lot of players that I'm sure that are banged up, but anyway, we've just got to go out there. And Kyle, another thing to mention, we have Old Dominion on the road on Tuesday, not looking ahead, but just talking about how important this series is. And then we have South Florida next weekend. So you have 7 out of 8. If you look at Tuesday night's game with NC State, out of the next 8 games, 7 of them are at home. So we still have 6 home games, 6 out of 7 home games coming up.
Yeah, well, I mean that's good if you win them.
Right.
So we just need to handle our business. Say it's spring ball Saturday, spring game. Have we talked about that at all?
No, I was waiting for you and obviously to do our roundtable. By the way, Jordan Riley's first game at Portsmouth, invitational tonight. What that is, for those people who don't know, that is a invitation only for seniors, and he got invited. And there's a lot of pro scouts there, so we will be definitely pulling hard. I don't know if it's still going on or not, but if it's not, I hope that he did well. I'm not sure on the time, but. Thank you, Johnny Gardner, our basketball guy, one of the best. And but
they disrespected him by putting an FIU logo next to his name when they put the announcement out. I have no idea why they thought, he had a connection to FIU, but that's what they put
us also.
That's weird.
Yeah, somebody was asleep at the wheel.
Well, I'm just going to go alphabetical order here, and I bet you something was clicked in the wrong spot. I bet you FIU might come right after. Yeah.
Good.
You got to proofread.
So spring game Saturday. You don't know really what you're going to see with a spring game. I think they're really, in terms of really telling anything, a waste of time. But it's your first chance to see Jordan Davis offense, to see Williams at quarterback, to see Griffiths at quarterback, to see these new receivers, to see the new running back. Well, some guys are out right now, but most everybody's there. Lot of new pieces to see. We're going to do a hopefully, if not this Sunday, next Sunday. We need to get with Matt and see. Either this Sunday or next Sunday, we're going to do a spring football recap and break down what we think going into the season. I really the only thing I'm 100% confident on is the defensive line And I feel like we have a good wide receiver room, and I feel like we have a good running back room.
I agree with that.
The wide receiver room's going to be interested, and we're not going to learn anything from the spring game, but it seems like a lot of those players all prefer to line up in the slot. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they're used.
Well, you got Ray is an outside guy.
Sides and Spalding.
They line them up slot and outside. It sounds like they're gonna that Davis likes to, Davis is kind of a wide receiver whisperer. I know he's not the receivers coach, but that's his specialty. And I think he's planning on moving these receivers around a lot. So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
So that I like our running back room. And our D line, that's all. Hey, that's all our coaching staff just developing those kids. So it's amazing we've been able to do that and not really lose a lot of D linemen to the portal. We just keep developing and moving them up. What position group, JR, whoever, is there a position group that concerns you the most?
Well, I'm interested to see if we're going to have two starting safeties from the same high school and the same high school that our outside linebackers coach. He coached them at Westlake High School in Atlanta, Georgia. Raymond Mosby and who's Demarius Hines. They could be our two starting safeties. They were teammates at Westlake. He was their head coach. That's a cool dynamic. I want to see what goes on there.
Well, Hines, I hope I'm not wrong if I say it.
Hines, yeah, he was the second. I believe he was second on the depth chart when he got hurt.
Okay, thank you. All right, that's what I was about to ask. He was getting a lot of playing time last year when he got hurt. So the safety room isn't a concern to me. Are you saying that's a concern?
Oh, I thought you meant no. That's an interest to me, not a concern at all. No, I'm not concerned at all. I'm interested to see how
the
it goes,
linebacker room is a little bit of a concern to me.
Well, what about offensive line?
That was
the offensive line has to come together, but I think we did a pretty good job in the portal on the O-line.
Yeah, we got the Southern Miss kid.
Yeah, the Southern Miss. I like him. Then we got a really good FCS starter from was it Northern Arizona, and then the kid from the All Conference kid from the Conference USA champions, Kennesaw State. So I think you bring in three starters, two from the FBS level, one from a high-level FCS. That's about as good as you're going to get on paper at a Group of 5 school in the offensive line. I do think we have some depth issues on the O-line.
Yeah.
We're looking at. I know we offered a kid that's still in the portal from the FCS on the O-line who entered the portal late. He was I don't know if he was in the national championship game or the playoffs, but NC State has offered him too. Igo kind of indicated they weren't sure how serious NC State was in terms of were they willing to pay him, and we are.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
the kid from Northern Arizona, Ethan Kramer, he could really turn out to be pretty good. I mean, he's got the size, he's got the athleticism.
Yeah.
It's a different league, higher, better competition. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
The offense to me is just all coming together, and that's one reason why. I don't like playing Alabamas of the world. Period. Give me the Pittsburghs, give me the NC States, give me the Northwesterns. I have no interest in the Alabamas or the Michigans. Not these days. But this year in particular, that offense is going to need to come together and it's going to need to click. And App State opens up with Little Sisters of the Poor, and they're going to be their offense clicking. They lost even more in the portal than we did. But they're going to be able to get it clicking against whoever the hell they open up with. It's FCS. I fully expect our defense is going to stand up against that, but I bet you money App's going to jump out in that game 10-0, 17-7. They're gonna have like a 7 to 10 point lead before we come back in that game. I think we'll beat them, but I know I'm talking about week 2 of college football, but I'm just telling you, because of us opening with that and them opening up with FCS, we're going to start slow in that game offensively. We'll get it going. I believe we'll beat them. I think we got way more talent than App, and I believe in Blake, and we got to beat them. We cannot lose to them 4 times in a row.
No.
But I bet you money we start slow in that game.
Well, I don't know, Kyle. I remember playing basketball, and you would wear ankle weights, and then you'd take them off, and when it came time to play the game, you felt like you could jump, do the gym because, you already did the same thing with the ankle weights on. And what I'm saying is Alabama is our ankle weights. We're going to play them in the first game. And it could work. It could work in the same way. Then we get App.
Not in this situation. Not in a rhythm-based offense. Not
I think we could get some confidence. I think we could do some things well against Alabama.
I get what you're saying, and in some situations I would agree with you. Not in a rhythm-based offense. This tempo that is going to be. Look, it's not a new quarterback. It's not 2 new receivers. It's not 3 new offensive linemen. It is new everything. They're going to have to come together as a unit. They're not going to be able to do that against Alabama. You're not going to be able to get in a rhythm against Alabama. And
Alabama's got a whole new team as well. I know it's a different Alabama. Animal. It's a different animal. I get that. Yeah. I'm not trying to compare the two, but they don't have a lot of returning talent.
I asked Blake if he had his preference. If you can get him off to the side, not on the air. This year, if he'd rather have a tune-up game before App, or if he'd rather be playing Alabama. I mean, there's just no way. I asked Jordan Davis anyway, maybe. There's just no way. A tempo-based rhythm offense with completely new pieces, you need to get in rhythm, and you're not going to be able to do that against Alabama. If we do, then good on us. Yet you're right. If we have a good fourth quarter, for example, and we drop a couple scores on them in the fourth, and get it going as the game's going, yes, that can definitely carry over, and that is what I hope for. But I sure would rather drop 52 on North Carolina Central and keep that rolling into App State. But
hey, Johnny, do you guys remember? Can we go back in time? I don't have it on tape right close to me. Do you remember the last time that Kyle refused to go to a game? What happened?
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, he regrets that though, Dave.
I can hear him.
No need to bring that up. No need, no need to bring that up.
Well, first of all, Dave, if you remember, I didn't refuse to go to the game. I decided not to go to the game, and then I wanted to drive up day of, and Jessica didn't want to. Second of all, I told you, if you remember, everybody makes picks. Very few people say how it's going to happen. I told you how we would win that game if we won it. I said we would force turnovers with our defense because they would come out and play sloppy, and we would win a low-scoring game, and that's exactly – I said if we won the game, that's how we'd win it, and that's exactly what happened.
I didn't disagree with you on that.
Yeah, but if you think by any circumstances that we're going to go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, I will bet you my house versus your house.
Oh, my God.
That we will not beat Alabama. Right here on the air, you can have my house if we beat Alabama. You can have it. I'll give it to you.
Dave, take the bet.
Acre and a half of land. Put your house up. Put your house up.
Take the bet. You can stay in my spare bedroom, Dave.
Put your house up. Go ahead, do it.
Kyle, I felt the same way about Michigan. I really did. I know somebody in Ann Arbor. I could have stayed with them. I had no interest in going to that game and being surrounded by 100,000 Michigan fans. As we're getting, walked.
Better yet, I have no interest in going to the state of Alabama. Period.
Well, see that's where we differ. I will gladly go to Alabama because that's a great opportunity.
Hey, and Cal, you're a music fan, and you know all the great music that's been made in Alabama over the years.
Oh, Muscle Shoals, absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, come on, bunch of toothless goobers.
Well, at least
no.
Wow.
It's not like that.
Birmingham is a great.
Paint me a Birmingham. No, I'd go down.
Dave, are you going?
I am going. Alan.
Okay, you were invited. You can come to the tailgate. See, they're friendly to the teams that are coming in, especially us, because they feel like we're not really a threat to them. But
little Eastern Carolina there. Oh,
yeah,
y'all made it up
I
from
don't
Greenville,
care,
South
like,
Carolina.
no. I'm just telling you, Dave. One of the guys one of my friends, his fraternity brother, owns a Budweiser distributor, and he has a tailgate that is like the tailgate of all tailgates, and everything is free. And
hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take Kyle down there, and we'll leave him on the tailgate lot. He'll have
I bet you don't.
He'll have a blast, and he'll go down there.
I bet you don't.
No, are you going, Dave? Or if you are going,
yeah, there's
okay.
probably 6 or 8 of us going.
Yeah, I'm
right.
not. I will be in Lagrange, watching the game, analyzing how we're going to beat App State.
I can hear the phone call right now. Holy Snikey!
Oh yeah, I won't regret not going because I wouldn't have gone anyway. So it won't be like the bowl game where I regret it. I'll be. I will literally probably be dead from a heart attack if we beat Alabama.
So have EMS standing by.
Let's just say if something by a miracle, the grace of God that we beat Alabama, I can guarantee you, Mr. Barber, you will never, ever, ever hear the end of it, ever.
I'm good. I'm good. Here's the thing, Alan. Dave says we're going to beat everybody. He said we were going to beat Michigan, so it doesn't hold much water when you say we're going to beat everybody. But I'll gladly eat 2 pounds of crow uncooked. I'll say this. One of my favorite sayings. I haven't said it in a long time. My buddy Craig used to always love when I said this. If we beat Alabama, I will eat my hat, and I do not own a chocolate hat.
Okay. What if we're leading in the second half? That's what I'm hoping for. I don't think we have any shot at winning.
What I'm hoping for is our defense plays well, and it doesn't become a blowout. And in the fourth quarter, the offense gets in rhythm, and we get a couple scores in the fourth, and we carry that over against App.
Okay, I'll just put this out there. Did you watch Alabama and their last 4 losses actually, and now they don't have Ty Simpson. So that's all I'm saying.
Who they lose to, JR?
Oh my goodness, they got whacked by Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Huh? No. I don't have the whole schedule in front of me, but I know that every game they lost was very unimpressive.
Okay.
Indiana,
and
okay.
The national champions.
Okay, no, they lost some games to teams that were not that great. I'll pull it up. Go ahead, talk amongst yourselves.
Those that will go to Alabama will have a good time. It'll be a nice atmosphere. It'll be a nice trip. You'll be glad you went regardless.
What I don't understand is why I get harassed for not going. I don't have no interest in going to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. None whatsoever.
I can't believe you talk about dental work in the state of Alabama. A lot of those companies have great dental plans. A lot of people may not use them properly, but they do have great dental plans.
Toothless goobers.
No, like for example,
and that is the whole tooth and nothing but the tooth.
You're a huge fan. You're a super fan. You have a podcast. You like to travel. You're one of the biggest foodies I know. Which I
cannot enjoy going on a trip when I think we are going to lose. It is not of interest to me. Now, Northwestern in 27. If I'm healthy, I absolutely would love to go. I love the Chicago area. I want to go to the Cubs game. I have a lot of friends in Illinois besides North Carolina. The state I have the next most friends in is Illinois. If I'm ever go to that Northwestern game next year, good Lord willing, I'll have a whole cavalcade of friends there. It'll be the Kyle Festival. I have a lot of people in Illinois. So
I was going to say that everybody named Kyle.
Okay, hey Kyle, here you go. Alabama lost their last 2 games by a total of 66-10, and they also opened the season losing to Florida State by 14. And Florida State
was not good. Florida State was not good. They lost to Florida State, Florida State, Oklahoma, the national champion Indiana, and who was the other one?
Georgia.
Georgia. Okay, yeah, they're not. Look, if we had Katenhauser and the rest of the team back, if this wasn't the portal era, or if we'd have just been able to hang on to some guys, I think we could go down there and give them a ball game. I still wouldn't think we'd win, but I think we'd go down there and give them a ball game. 31-21 type game. But as it is right now, if we go down there and we lose to Alabama, 31-14, I'll be happy. I'll be like, we're going to destroy App. So from that aspect, yeah, but I still wouldn't want to go. I don't want to go watch us lose 31-14. That's a wasted trip. Give me a game that I think we're going to win.
So, like, if you had like all your like the whole Illinois thing, and you have all your friends, and Northwestern is not Alabama. I give you that, but let's say that it was a team like an Alabama, you would not go because even
if
though
it was, you're saying like, well, the other team in that area would be Notre Dame, and I would go. That is one. That would be the exception to the rule.
We need to make that a whenever the Pirates are not playing and we can go. That would be a really cool.
That would be the exception to the rule. No matter how good Notre Dame is, I would want to go to that. I think that would South Bend, and I hate Notre Dame. It's just what a legendary place in college football. Big fan of the movie Rudy, even though it's science fiction. So yeah, that would be the exception to the rule. But like, let's say Northwestern suddenly made the college football playoffs this year. I would still go because of I would lose a lot of steam for it, but I would still go because again, I want to go to a Cubs game up there, and also I have a ton of friends up there. I've spent time in Illinois. One of my best friends in the world, Kim, lives up there. James, my buddy James, y'all know James. He dates a girl from the Chicago area. He travels back and forth to right outside Chicago, guys. Help me out. We're Wayne and Garth. No. Peoria is where Kim lives. Where Wayne and Garth lived.
Oh my God, I know exactly where you. It's driving me crazy.
Alan Vick. Aurora. She lives in Aurora.
Aurora.
Yeah, Aurora. So
Aurora.
Not North Carolina.
So yeah, James, my buddy James, you guys know him.
Dates a girl from Illinois. That's a long distance love affair. Boy.
No doubt.
They make a lot of air miles between Mississippi and Illinois. They've been doing it for 3 years at this point. And,
that is true love right there, boy.
And they will. She travels to Mississippi here recently since he's really tied up with coaching over the last year more than he travels up there. But I don't. Why are we going into this in depth? But it works for them. Okay, it works for them. And James is a big, fat, ugly guy, and she's a thin, pretty girl. So that's why he's making it work. James always does good. James always outkicks his coverage. I'll give him that.
He's got a great personality.
Yes, he does.
But I haven't met him in person yet. But
would
he come to the Alabama game with us?
If I was there, yeah, he'd drive up from Mississippi to go to that. It depends on Southern Miss's schedule that day, but yeah, he would.
At least Alabama is still playing us.
That would motivate me a little more if James said he was going to drive up and meet us there, but I still wouldn't want to go.
All right, let me call James.
We'll see y'all in Evanston next year.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested.
I will not be going to that.
Really? Why?
No. Why? Because
we're
different. I don't know. It's funny. I like going down. I like going south. I don't like going north. I don't like going to Chicago. Illinois to me is not a place that appeals to me whatsoever.
But there's a lot of good people there.
I'm sure there are. There's a lot of good people in Birmingham and Tuscaloosa.
But I don't know them.
Okay. Well, see, that's the difference.
Actually, now that I think of it, I do have it. Well, that's probably a story better told off the air.
Kyle,
There is a young lady I know in Alabama
I
that
bet there is.
I've known since she was. It's a story better to be told off the
Yeah,
air.
let's.
You probably got one in Mississippi as well.
No, actually, I don't. No, I do
No?
not. No. But
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Absolutely.
So speaking of
remind me, all y'all guys, remind me to text you this off the air. It's pretty funny, actually.
Kyle always does this to me, so I'm going to do it to you. Paint me a Birmingham. Who did it originally?
Well, the only version I know is Tracy Lawrence.
Nope.
Hold on, don't tell me.
I didn't know it was not. I thought that
Nope.
was.
Okay, is it the songwriter?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
The first version was Ken Mellons.
I have never heard of that.
Ken Mellons.
Ken Mellons. He did Paint Me a Birmingham.
Ken Mellons.
Got a
Which
good amount of
album was it off
airplay.
of?
It was not a huge hit.
Which
Tracy
album?
Lawrence took it in a minute, and Ken Mellons did it originally.
Which album?
I do not remember the album. What was it, 97 or 98? I don't think it had Jukebox Junkie. I think
Scrub It Oven.
It was
Scrub It Oven.
It was a later Ken Mellons after he had his run.
Was it the one with Scrub It Oven?
Maybe, or may have been one after that. Didn't produce any big hits.
Well,
Ken Mellons did the original Paint Me
Scrub It
Birmingham.
Oven was the biggest hit off of that, and it wasn't really a hit.
Yeah, I think Rub-a Dubbin got into top 15, didn't it? I think so.
No. It didn't.
I'll have to look it up. But
I'm guessing.
They got a lot of airplay around here.
I think it was Rub It Oven or Scrub It Oven, but I'm on.
It's Rub-a Dubbin. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that pig did about 37.
All right. Well,
I thought it was Rubber Ducky, but
I'm gonna have to look it up for you here.
Yeah, his biggest hit was by far Jukebox Junkie.
Yeah.
I've learned something tonight. I did not.
He came to Texas Two-Step.
Oh man!
Oh God Almighty! I hadn't thought of it. All right, you mentioned the Texas Two-Step. Yeah, Kim Mellon's coming. You know the weirdest thing that came? They had wrestling at the Texas Two-Step one time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, they did. I wanted to go. Rob Van Dam and Sabu were in the main event.
Yeah, they had wrestling at Sugar Bakers. Wahoo McDaniel, Greg Valentine. That was about 10 years past their prime, but it was there.
There you go. Did you meet him?
So I'm going to look up Ken Mellons here for
All right, we're going to look up where Scrub It Up and start.
We're going to do rub with you, brother.
Johnny, are we taking like your RV tonight?
No. Apparently, his last album was Bluegrass with Vince Gill.
Rub-a Dubbin went to 39 in 1995.
Boom! I said 37.
So, yep. Paint Me a Birmingham by Ken Mellons, 2004, went to number 54.
Oh, wow. That was much later.
Yeah, 2004. So he did the original Paint Me a Birmingham, and it was released in January of 2004.
Okay, Kyle, we've got breaking news right now. We have Justin Butts. Justin Butts promised us that we were going to be able to sit in the suite for the.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't sit.
I'm going to be pounding on that door. Somebody better let me in.
You can't. So what's the breaking news?
That he finally showed up. We're asking him about on Saturday at lunch.
Well, he said that a million times that we could sit in the suite. That's not breaking news.
Dave wants it in writing.
Yeah,
we have it in writing. He's texted it to us a million times.
He said, "Well, come on."
I'm coming up.
Come on, Cletus.
What do you get in the suite? I mean, is there going to be like liquor and filet mignonette and other things like that? I was watching a baseball game there. I don't remember what stadium it was from, but the guy, the announcers, one guy asked the other announcer, what was his favorite thing at any ballpark, and he said, whatever stadium it was, he said they have a really good filet mignon, and he said what he does, and I want to do this now. He gets the filet mignon, and he gets 2 soft pretzels with melted butter, and then puts the melted butter on the steak and puts it between the 2 soft pretzels.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And now I want to do that.
And all the whiskey you want, Kyle.
Apparently nobody cared about my pretzel.
I do. Sandwich. I've never heard that.
I'm pondering.
Sounds. When you think about it, it's a pretzel bun basically on a steak sandwich. Prime rib and whiskey. All right. Will there be naked ladies?
Yeah. That's a great song. Prime Rib and Whiskey, one of my favorites.
Alan, you're supposed to bring the naked ladies.
I know. I mean, I could get you some. I'd have to ship them from Birmingham in here, and they don't have a full set of teeth. But I could get you some.
I mean, that can be an advantage if they got a good body. I mean, if they.
Oh boy.
Here we go. All right, moving right along.
They take their teeth out. I mean, are they meth girls? I mean, what are we talking here?
They will brush their tooth for you.
That's all right. I mean,
Oh my God.
There will be naked ladies. Yes. All right. There you go.
Hey, I may have to change my plans.
Justin, if I don't see you at the football game, I don't know that I'm going to go to the spring game. Look for me at the Tracy Bird concert that evening. I know you said you're going to be there. So look for me on the field.
Oh,
how long into the show, Kyle, will Justin abandon his table?
Man, I'm going to guess he'll stay there for the opening act. I'm going to guess probably 3 songs into Colt Ford.
Oh, look, Josh, what's up, brother? Yeah, we're definitely going to find you, Josh. I know you're a great cook. Lots of barbecue, Kyle. Come on.
I doubt we'll go to the spring game. But if we do, that would be the exception to the rule where I would go to the suite.
Hey, Kyle, I guarantee EC will win.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I will come all the way from LaGrange.
One good thing, seriously, about the spring game is you get to see, you can kind of gauge some athleticism. That's one thing I like about the spring game. You can kind of see what you got athletic.
Yeah, that is about all you can tell as individual players.
And Alan,
unless you're me, Kyle, because last season I was pretty sure that Garcia was the better quarterback. From what I saw, I liked the way he, was leading the team in the huddle. The season before. The season before.
Yeah, and so was Coach Houston. He was completely convinced that Garcia was the guy.
We had a DB play in the second half. His nickname was Popcorn. I forget his last name, and I was like, this dude is going to be a definite player in a couple of years. Yeah, well, he never got in the game, and then he went in the portal and transferred down to like Division II or something. So what do I,
To what you're talking about, I remember when John Thompson was here, we had a JV team. I don't know if anybody remembers that. And I went to the JV game one time. We were playing Hargrave Military, and James Pinckney was starting quarterback. And I watched it. And I left that game, and I told Jessica, I said, why is James Pinckney not starting over Rob Cass? Not Rob Cass. The guy who was the white boy, Paul Troth, or Paul Troth and God, who was? I can't think of anybody right now. Who was our starting quarterback in 03 through 5-yard pass after 5-yard pass?
Didn't Paul Troth did start?
Yeah. Paul Troth got benched, and then Paul Troth started all of 02 under Logan. And then in 03 he started, but JT benched him in favor of somebody. Help me out in the chat here, because black kid starting quarterback. It's kind of short.
We're talking 2000, like
2003. Where's Bubba when you need him? Anyway, that kid was the drizzling shits, and and Troth had all the arm talent.
Desmond Robinson,
thank you.
Just looked it up.
And Troth had all the arm talent in the world, but could not make a read to save his life. And I watched the JV game, and I said, James Pinckney is our best quarterback. Why is he not starting? And then I remember thinking to myself, well, maybe lesser competition. I don't know what I'm looking at. No, I knew what I was looking at. John Thompson didn't know what he was looking at. James Pinckney ended up starting for us when, I believe it was whatever game that was, he finally got in and he never looked back.
There's always somebody in the spring game that impresses, that you think is going to be a household word, and it just doesn't happen.
Sometimes it does. I remember Andre Allison in 05.
By the way, Popcorn's last name, Johnny, was Redenbacher, if you're interested.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Oh, you're talking about Popcorn Sutton.
But I just feel, no, Popcorn Sutton put out some good product. That's for sure. I just don't think the spring games they don't have any.
Moonshine.
The spring games are going forward. I feel are going to be less and less relevant, and you're going to get less and less information from them, and they're going to be more and more vanilla.
Yeah,
I think it needs to be. I think the format needs to just be a party type thing. Or do it almost like a skill set. How about a competition like who can throw the most balls for the
Think
barrel?
about that, like a Pro Bowl.
Yes, yeah, and then have a meet and greet, a meet the Pirates. That's what you need to turn it into. I don't know,
I would be more excited about that.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And we didn't do a meet the Pirates last August. There's never been more need for a meet the Pirates than there is right now. And nobody knows who the hell this team is. Nobody. Ask the average Pirate fan to name 5 players on this year's roster, and I bet you they can't do it. Or they'll name players that transferred and didn't realize it.
Yeah.
The average Pirate fan, not our audience. These are the diehards. But this meet the Pirates is needed now more than ever, and do it in the spring.
What are we going to say, Dave?
We're going to work on that for next year. We're going to get Gilbert and Ryan and everybody else's ear, and next spring we're
fun. Yeah,
we're gonna make it a fun event. Meet the Pirates. There's going to be let's just flip the format.
Can you imagine if you said, all right, we're going to have an event. We're not going to charge a lot. They don't charge now, but let's say they charge a little bit of money, right? And you get the, like you talked about, Kyle, it was funny. I was thinking about that 2 days ago about making like a Pro Bowl, because I was thinking about the Saturday and how this, like when we were growing up, it was such a, Alan, I know you went to more than I did, but I didn't go the early 80s.
Well, what is the Pro Bowl format now? What do they do?
They have more like, flag football, competition kind of stuff.
It's like a battle
like
of the network stars.
Obviously, it's not baseball, but like home run derby type stuff.
Yeah.
Do that, and then do the Meet the Pirates. Have concession stands open, sell barbecue plates, and it would be fun.
And have it where the money for the admission goes to NIL, like $10 a ticket.
Yeah, sure.
Like a fun atmosphere. See what we could do, and then have like a really cool concert. Where exactly where the where they have now the premium tailgate. There's all kinds of stuff you could do, all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's more and more. What I don't understand is, and Alan, I know you know more about this, and Kyle knows some too. I know that pre-Gilbert, when we had those concerts and the university kind of got they're kind of like gunshot now. But I just looked it up, and I know it's Alabama, but they're having Morgan Wallen. They're having Morgan Wallen. I know you don't like him, but he's like the hottest country star. Yeah. But they're having Morgan Wallen. I'm just saying.
Wait, who's having Morgan Wallen?
Alabama.
When?
This Saturday.
For their spring game?
It's this Saturday.
He's a Tennessee guy, though. That's interesting.
Well,
that's Peyton Manning's dude, isn't it? Morgan Wallen.
No, Kenny Chesney.
But
that's cool.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is that, like, in other words, they're doing they're obviously have it with Live Nation. I know that everybody like, oh my God, Live Nation, but I promise.
Live Nation just lost a big lawsuit.
I know they did, but I'm just simply saying.
Punk asses. I agree with you that we could make it a fun event. You don't have to spend a shit ton of money. You don't have to have Morgan Wallen.
I didn't say
I know you didn't. I'm just saying you can. You could have a concert under the stadium. It could be I don't know, Shenandoah. I mean,
there you go.
They're red hot right now. I told y'all about that. You know nothing about it.
Yeah, Dave's going to Kentucky.
And then your son got into them.
Kentucky.
It's funny because I told them that they had become red hot on TikTok. Then his son gets into them. That was hysterical.
It's like 2 weeks after you told that story, he said, "Dad, I love this song. It was hilarious. I did not prompt him. He didn't watch it.
Yeah, because he heard it on TikTok.
Yeah, he heard it, I guess, on TikTok. But it's funny because
2 Dozen Roses is popular with the kids. Who knew these crazy kids would be listening to? I mean, really, think of if you would have taken a bet of any song from the 90s of any genre, who in the hell would have thought 2 Dozen Roses by Shenandoah would become popular with kids these days?
I don't know.
And what reason for it? I mean,
I don't know. Why
that song?
It was used for like different stuff on TikTok where like just people would make videos to it and it just caught on, and then through that they started liking other Shenandoah songs. So I mean they're more popular now than they've been in, maybe even because in the mid 90s when they were at their peak. I mean, they were not, Garth Brooks, Alabama level. They're probably just as popular now as they were then.
Yeah, their hit days were about 88 to 96.
Yeah, 87 to 96, yeah.
Yeah. When are we having the Kyle Allen Challenge?
I'm doing research on it right now.
This summer. I said we'll do it this summer.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's tonight.
Maybe the closest show to the 4th of July.
We need to put some rules in place.
No date with a friend.
No what?
Phone a friend or like you think?
I would say more. Alan, do you want to go? Do you want to go top 40 exclusively? The songs had to be in the top 40.
No.
Well, I mean, if it's an album cut from Turner Nichols on their second album,
I'm avoiding top 40. I'm doing research already.
You can't avoid top 40. No.
Here's my suggestion.
It's too easy. It's too easy.
You can't avoid
the song
top
should
40.
have to chart. The song should have to be a chart song. You can't do an album cut. It should have to be a chart song.
It had to be a single.
Had to be a single.
Don't avoid top 40 or it's going to suck. Nobody's going to want to. You might enjoy it, but our listeners will not.
Of course we got to do.
But you two will ace it. Both of y'all.
We got to do some of the things that everybody knows.
Do you want us to both sit here and neither one get it?
Yeah, we got.
No, I have much more faith in you, both of you, than that. I know that both of you.
Unfortunately, it's like being a DJ, guys. You got to play some of the worn out stuff, even though you don't want to.
Okay,
mix it up. Maybe do half top 40 and then half.
I would do
charted singles.
I would do small, medium, and large. In other words, a large rotation would be.
Yeah, I got it. I'll have a good mix. Hey, I didn't get to chime in here, but I sent y'all a group text earlier about talking about concerts. Iowa State, they're having the guy from App State, Luke Combs, with Dirk Bentley. And they're going to sell 60,000 tickets. Money's going to NIL. The local economy is going to be booming. It's Ames, Iowa. It's Ames, Iowa. Why can't we do it in Greenville?
Wow, better yet, why can't they do it in Boone?
Well, that too.
But App State graduate. We could do it. In Parmalee is the obvious example, but it doesn't have to be Parmalee. I mean, it can be. I don't know. We'll say Cody Jinks. But no, we'll go more mainstream for the losers and go with who will I accept? God, I hate mainstream. What am I hearing? Is that a cat?
Yes, that is my
torture cat. It sounds like you're stepping on his tail or something.
That is my baby PJ. She came in the room. Jamie opened the door to ask me.
You named your cat after Patrick Johnson. You really do like him.
Yes. Yes. The cat's name is
peanut butter and jelly.
PJ is Piper June.
Sure it is.
Sure.
Piper June. Yeah.
Whatever you say.
She's my baby. She's a sweetheart.
God, I'm going to not say the line I want to say.
Who was okay? So let me. I told you who I wanted.
Yeah, Bon Jovi. But I would be good with that. But I'm thinking for the kids, for these funky fresh kids. Let's. God, who would I accept? Who would I tolerate in modern music that's mainstream? Cody Johnson.
Keith Urban.
Let's get Cody Johnson.
I could do like Keith Urban.
Cody, well, that's not
Oh,
modern, dude. Keith Urban's no
yeah.
longer modern. You're
He's
10
not?
years
Okay.
too late.
Uh,
Cody Johnson, not to be confused with my boy Cody Jinks. Cody Johnson, very mainstream.
Cody Johnson's very good.
Yeah, very mainstream. He's like a modern day George Strait. Let's get Cody Johnson. That'll work.
I have no problems with that.
Guys, I've had a little family thing here. I'm going to have to sign off in just a second, but something going on with the kids, and Jamie told me to hurry up. So when the wife
Is
says
everything
hurry up,
okay?
yeah. I don't think it's anything bad. I think I'm not sure, but I don't think there's anything bad. I don't think we need to call 911 or anything.
Okay.
I got
So the cat's okay though, right, Alan?
Yeah. Oh, Kitty's fine. She's just she's got a very pronounced meow. Yes, she's fine.
Okay.
I see. I haven't given them treats yet tonight, so if I don't go give them treats, I could probably be killed in my sleep later on.
Pet cemetery.
That's right. But anyway, you guys have a great night. I'm ready for the challenge whenever. Go Pirates, and I appreciate everything. And I'll talk to you, I guess, Sunday night, if not before. Okay.
All right, buddy.
All right, Alan.
All right, Alan.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you.
All right, good night.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right. We got a new cat for the sports objective. Let's see if I can hold on a second. All right, let me fix that.
I always think every time I hear a cat meow, I immediately think of Eric Cartman's cat on South Park. I said no, Mr. Cat.
Oh my God!
You ever seen that where the cat's in heat and won't leave Cartman alone? And it's hysterical.
Wow. All right, so
nobody else is a South Park fan?
I love South Park. No, I love South Park.
With Cartman with the cat in heat.
Yeah. All right. Well, you didn't react.
It's funny. It's funny.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I didn't write the episode.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Well, you should. It's a surefire bet every time.
It is.
All right. Do you guys have anything else? Obviously, we're talking spring game. We're talking about obviously the Pirates got to get 3 wins. Obviously, a sweep. And
hey, I don't know if I should talk about this on the air yet. There may be some major news coming out here very soon. I will text you guys about this. But a very old case in North Carolina, northeastern North Carolina, there was some stuff that happened today. There may be some major news breaking.
Oh, and a murder?
Mm-hmm. Did you hear about this already?
Oh, no. But I know about the case you're talking about.
How do you know which one I'm talking about?
Because you talked about it a couple weeks ago. We were talking about podcasts, murder podcasts.
Oh, which one? Not the Martin County one.
Oh, it's not the Martin County.
No, that was Saul.
It's not the okay. All right.
I don't want to say.
Then I don't know.
I don't want to say. Well, I'll say hell. I didn't do it. Dave, I'm sure you remember the Belo murder in Windsor.
Oh yeah, they had shot they put the people like in the
execution style in the cooler stacked them up. Yep. Rumor has it, I cannot confirm anything. There was an arrest in a Hosky today, and they are trying to match DNA.
Wow.
It wasn't Robert Matthews, I hope.
That was in the 90s.
It was not Robert Matthews. Jesus Christ. Good God.
He's the only guy I know from Hosky.
Wow.
This is a very serious subject about a murder.
One of the biggest murders in the 90s, right?
Yes.
Like from
and then I just literally got Robert Matthews back at it on Facebook, and Jay Harlow wasn't wrong.
Oh my God!
Sorry, Robert,
and sorry to the victims of the homicide.
We're not making fun of that. No.
But
no, we're not. We're not.
Well, I'm not. So
I've never laughed about a murder. I'm sorry.
So, we're not laughing about the murder now. We're laughing about Robert Matthews, but And JR is just saying that, really. But
That caught me off guard too, also.
I wish Stevie would have been here for that one. But, he's close friends with Robert Matthews.
Oh yeah, I know.
So anyway, no, but there was an arrest. Rumor has it there was an arrest made in a Hosky today, and they are trying to match DNA. And we'll see if something comes of this. That means that DNA was matched. If you don't hear anything else of it, then it was just a false alarm, so to speak. But if this, I thought if that murder was ever solved, because that style of murder. I was talking to a former police officer about this earlier, and he said that somebody that did that style of killing almost would have to have military training. And I always thought it was somebody from because of the location of Bertie County. I always kind of thought it was somebody from DC, Norfolk, something like that. Never thought there would be somebody, if it turns out to be true, from northeastern North Carolina, a local. So if it turns out to be true, it'll be the top story in Eastern North Carolina for a week, probably.
Okay.
That is
hold on. I just want to. A very similar murder happened in Northern Virginia in Fairfax, where there was a Roy Rogers restaurant, and the people, there were two of them. They put all the employees in the freezer. Those 3 employees, and they shot all of them execution style. But one of them lived, and they were saying that they probably survived because of the frozen conditions. Probably slowed down the blood flow.
The exact same thing. I think 2 people survived in Windsor, if I remember right.
Oh,
okay. And they
one
said
in Fairfax.
And they said it was because of the way they were stacked. Anyway, anybody who grew up in northeastern North Carolina, or in Eastern North Carolina as a whole, but particularly northeastern North Carolina, will remember that from '93, and it has gone unsolved all these years. So it'll be interesting to see if the arrest in a Hosky turns out to be the murderer, and we can confirm it was not Robert Matthews.
Oh, yeah, I feel bad about that now.
It was. I gotta get that timestamp and just tell Stevie to tune in right before that point. I'm not going to prompt him to what it is.
1 hour and 51 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably let Robert Matthews know, or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
Hey, somebody on our show tonight accused you of murder.
No, I didn't accuse anybody. I just asked. I inquired.
It was not Robert Matthews. No, it was not. No.
Okay. My Hosky Rolodex is pretty thin.
Yeah.
You got to work on your friends in a Hosky.
I definitely do.
Making more. Hosky is a great town.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure is. They got Ollie's.
Yes, sir. They sure do. And Walmart.
They do have a Walmart and an Ollie's and a Tractor Supply. And,
that shopping center is pretty nice.
And they got a Pizza Inn, I believe, and it's a thriving metropolis.
Yep, right there near Is it Murfreesboro?
Murfreesboro. Murfreesboro.
They have some type of sneaker store too, where they have
not a sneaker store.
Yeah, I don't know, tennis shoes. It's like a sporting goods store, but they specialize in shoes.
Pivots?
I don't know what it's called.
No, it sounds like he's talking about is it local to a Hosky?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know that.
I'll look it up on Google Maps and let you know.
Where's Robert Matthews when you need him?
Yeah, really.
Or Stevie. Stevie Fly. All right. We're talking about a Hosky. That probably means we need to go. Night.
Hold on a minute.
He's going to get the shoe store.
No. We don't have to. I don't want to. Extend it. We can sign off. We can.
Hey, quickly. I got a question. I got a fun question for you guys. All right, now when I say this, I want to prompt this. I am not talking about local pizza places. So your favorite local pizza place does not count. I'm also not talking about nicer chain pizza places. So no mellow mushroom. What is your favorite fast food pizza?
Fast food pizza?
Yeah, like Pizza Hut, Domino's, fast food pizza.
Oh.
Oh, that's easy for me.
All right, what is it?
Okay, Papa John's is dead last. I don't care how many you could put 100.
Jessica's flipping you off right now.
Oh, it's sweet. I hate sweet sauce. It's too sweet.
I thought you were saying
so.
sweet.
I hate that. I would say. See, now if I want thin, I'm going Domino's. Thicker, I'm going to go Pizza Hut. But Little Caesars, sometimes I just want Little Caesars. So anything but Papa John's for me, pretty much.
James says,
I haven't had Marco's. James, I was talking about you earlier, dude. We were talking about how you and Sarah, how your long distance relationship. We were talking about our game at Northwestern.
James, I don't know if you'll have a home game on September 5th, but we want you in Tuscaloosa.
No, we don't. But I haven't had Marco's, but I hear good things.
Hey, so I didn't find the sneaker store, but I did find on Google Maps the Tomahawk Motel in Ohoski.
Yes, they Stevie ruined it for me. We actually had his appearances brought to you by Tomahawk Motel, and he actually, come to find out, he worked there as a teenager. I did not know that, but that's a fun fact.
Oh, wow. That's funny that I would pull that.
We never finished the pizza discussion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So I gave my opinion.
I gave my opinion. You're not going to believe me on this, but they do a great job here in Williamston. I didn't say every franchise, but Little Caesars is very good here. I don't normally like it.
Okay, Little Caesars. So JR said, JR, you didn't give an answer.
I said thin Domino's, thick Pizza Hut, and Little Caesars for best overall.
What do y'all think of Marco's? I've never had Marco's, James.
Well, Marco's is more expensive, but Marco's would be on the top.
Is that it's takeout only, so I guess it would consider fast food, right?
Marco's is
where is that
above the other ones?
There's
way
like
above the other
like
ones.
2 or 3 in Greenville now.
Oh, I'll have to check it out. Okay.
I didn't even know that. There's a Marco's up here where I live, but I didn't even know there's. They're good. They are good.
All right. So for me, I haven't had Marco's and I haven't had Jets. I hear Jets is really good too.
Jets is very good.
That's like Chicago style, I believe.
Detroit, no, it's Detroit.
Detroit, right.
Detroit. All right. So Little Caesar. So I'm gonna just limit it to the 4 majors. So we're gonna take Marco's and Jets out of the discussion. Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Little Caesars. I was a Pizza Hut fan for years. Pizza Hut's become trash. I've never thought Domino's was very good. Papa John's, it depends on the mood I'm in. Jessica loves it, so I have to eat it. And then sometimes I like it. Sometimes I want to throw it at her. But Little Caesars, Detroit style, they're Detroit. Because Little Caesars has their hot and ready round crap, but then they have the rectangle Detroit style.
Yeah.
Their Detroit style pizza, to me, tastes like Pizza Hut's pan pizza used to. I swear to God, of the 4 major chains, I think right now, Little Caesars Detroit style pizza is the best of the 4. I'm with Dave.
Okay, Kyle. I said Pizza Hut for thick crust pizza, but I haven't had it in a while.
Oh, it's on the trash, man. I used to love it.
Okay, so maybe I would. I said Little Caesars best overall. So maybe if Little Caesars also has the best thick crust, then
have you never had their Detroit style?
I've had it a couple times. It's pretty good, and their wings are okay.
Yeah, you get the Supreme or either the 3 meat Detroit style from Little Caesars, and then get the equivalent thereof at Pizza Hut. So the pan meat lovers is the pan Supreme, and compare them side by side. And unless you just got a trash Little Caesars, the Detroit style Little Caesars is going to be better in 2026. Now, not not in 2019 or certainly not 1989.
No, definitely Domino's. You could get the best value sometimes. Sometimes.
Oh, at Domino's, sometimes they give you the food.
Yeah, they pay you to eat their pizza.
Exactly, it's ridiculous.
Hey, by the way, and here's a fun fact for you: the CEO. I don't know if you guys know this, but obviously Little Caesars is out of Detroit. Yeah, I guess y'all know that.
Yes, Detroit, the Detroit Southeast, just like Jets. Jets is like a fancy version of Little Caesars.
Yes, exactly. It is. I've had it like 2 or 3 times over the years, ordering out.
Never had it, but I know it's a fancy Little Caesars.
It is good. It is good. But the CEO and the company, Little Caesars, paid for Rosa Parks' rent the last couple years of her life, and I just thought that was kind of cool that that they did that, being that she's from Detroit and all that. But they did that, and I love.
How was Rosa Parks broke?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Well, when did she pass?
Not as long ago as you think.
Okay,
No,
I was going to say I didn't know they'd been around that long, but maybe she lived longer than I thought she did.
She did. It was like in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
But I just thought that was a cool thing, and when Little Caesars has there's places, Kyle. I don't know if you like. There are places that it tastes like that. They just like when you have a pizza and you wait hours and then you reheat it in the microwave.
Oh, you can't reheat pizza in the microwave.
No, come on, Dave.
No, I mean, unless you're at work and it's your only option, no, never.
Never.
You got to do the oven. Okay, Dave, I'm gonna give you a little tip here.
Okay.
350. Take your pizza, sit it out. Let it sit out while your oven's preheating. 350. Put aluminum foil, not a pizza pan, not any kind of pan. Put aluminum foil down on your metal rack in the pizza in the oven. Put your pizza slices in there. Space them out on the aluminum foil. 350 on bake, 10 to 12 minutes. Bing, bang, boom. It's like fresh. Sometimes it's even better.
Well, she died in 2005.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's how you do that, Dave. I can't believe you're sitting here heating your pizza up in microwave like an animal.
Nobody does that. Hey, getting back to a Husky, it's the shoe show, Kyle.
Oh, shoe shows are everywhere, man.
I didn't know that. And they also have a City Trends, which I'm not sure what goes on there. But a lot of NBA gear, maybe.
I will tell you what, Mr. JR. Come over to the house, and we'll take a trip to Kinston or Goldsboro. You pick which one, and we'll go to
Kinston.
City Trends. All right, we'll go to City Trends and Shoe Show, and I'll show you what goes on at both of them.
Oh my God!
In.
Hey James, I was asking James earlier. James, you got to come September 5th to Tuscaloosa. Kyle will come to the game, and we'll have a great time. I'd love to finally meet you in person. You've been great to us. I'm
not going to Tuscaloosa, James.
All right, well, James, you can come and we'll hang out together on September 5th with Johnny and all of us. We'll have a great
James, are you bringing Sarah? Sarah wants to come to the Outer Banks. Are y'all coming up here to go to the Outer Banks this summer?
We'll find out.
She keeps wanting to come to the Outer Banks, and well, James doesn't want to bring Sarah up here because she clearly likes fat boys, and he doesn't want the competition.
Justin's gonna be down there with a Queen Anne's.
What is Justin laughing at? I don't know what he's laughing at.
He's laughing at me because of James said he's with me to microwave that thing to the pizza.
Hey, James, come on, man.
And James is going to hang out with Justin. There's going to be Johnny. There's going to be Bubba. I don't know if Matt's coming, but we're going to have a
James, Justin, and Johnny. That's too many J's.
Okay.
Way too many J's.
We've talked about it, Kyle. Come on, James.
Come on, Ron. I want to meet Ron. I enjoy him.
It's James.
I know that. It is James. I know that.
Ron. Okay, so let me explain this for anybody who's wondering why.
It's only been like 5 years, Kyle, of James from Mississippi.
Yeah, so his name is Ronald James Smith, and he uses, for a reason, well, I know why, but I won't get into that. He uses Ron James on Facebook. But,
I just got that. Okay, I figured that out. All right, that's funny.
No, you didn't. There's nothing to figure out. The reason he uses Ron James is I get where you're going with that, but that's not the reason.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking, Ron
James.
But no, it's totally different. But let me know, dude, if you are going to come up here, you sooner better than later to let me know. Not just because we need to plan. But would love to have you guys. And take you to the Outer Banks.
Is Justin still lurking? Is he still?
He is.
All right, I want to. Well, I'll talk about it on Saturday at the spring game up in his suite.
Yeah, we're going to be
I
there.
want a contract signed like on Saturday, where I am riding shotgun in Queen Anne's Revenge.
Oh, we're going. Yeah.
Let me tell you
On a
guys
road trip. I don't care. I'll go to a road game. You tell me which one, I'll be there.
Let me tell you a quick story about a road. I'm going to bring this all together. I'm going to tell you a quick story about a road trip. So, James and his former girl Shannon, who was also a very lovely young lady, came to see us a few times. She was actually from North Carolina towards Charlotte. No girls in Mississippi will have anything to do with James for some reason. But
They know it.
so she
I love you, James.
So they come here. James, how tall are you? 6'4"? He's 6'4". He's 6'4", about 350. And
like an O lineman.
We had a Dodge Challenger at the time, and he rode in the back of that Dodge Challenger with Shannon, and their son, or James's son, from Kinston, North Carolina to Buxton.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Youch.
That's a true friend, man.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't think we were ever going to get to Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. He was, it just drove and drove and drove and drove.
Highway 12 is one of the longest highways, and it is unbelievably long.
It's a beautiful drive, though.
Oh, yeah.
It is. It definitely is.
It's like the
wow, Kyle. Well, you could have goosed it every now and then just to get some extra effect, you know?
Yeah, just like hit the brakes or whatever. Yeah,
or punched it. Just punched
we're gonna have
so we
downshifted.
So we stop off at my dad's. My dad's 6'3". There you go. I was pretty damn close. I gave you an extra inch and 10 extra pounds. God knows. So we stop at my dad's on the way to James is probably laughing his ass off right now. We stopped at my dad's in Williamson on the way to the Outer Banks, and Shannon was a little short, petite brunette, very tan, and we leave, and my dad calls me at some point. Well, was that girl a Mexican? Yes, my dad did vote for Donald Trump, but it's going to be more funny to me and James than anybody else. But anyway.
That girl a Mexican.
Well, alrighty then. Yeah, look at this. One of the longest trips of my life.
Yeah, you're in the back of a Dodge Challenger for Kinston and Buxton. Like,
well, I'm just glad, Kyle, that you didn't say your dad asked if she was Filipino, because we got to,
Flip that.
Full circle. There you go, Justin.
Oh my God. Oh my God!
I just called you Justin for some reason. That's a callback, as they call that in radio, Dave. Callback.
That's right. Yeah, we had a great. We definitely had a great time tonight. I tell you what, Johnny.
What was that? Was that from? When the hell was that? What was the Filipino girl? That was a couple weeks
Journey.
ago.
Journey's lead singer is Filipino.
Then I brought up the Filipino stripper at the. That's what that was.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's move right along. What were you going to say, Dave?
I was just going to say I'm excited about Alabama, and I'm hoping James. Come on, man!
I'm so excited.
Look, I went to see Alabama and Winston-Salem.
Hey, you know what's
Alabama I want to see.
Let me tell you something. That would be.
You tell me something.
Oh my Lord!
What?
Kyle's dad was going to get my girl deported. Oh my God! Wow! But can you imagine
your former girl, James? Make sure you former girl.
He said he's not coming, James, to Tuscaloosa. But wouldn't that be great if James comes and it's like the biggest upset in the history of ECU football? And James was there, which Kyle could hang out with him and have.
Who does Southern Miss play that day? I haven't looked at Southern's schedule. I'm sure they've got a game opening weekend, so he'll be busy.
Yeah.
So
I'll look it up. I'll look it up really quick. Let's see here. We got it. They have Alcorn State.
There you go. Hey, Alcorn State.
Yeah, there you go. There you have it. So no James. All right. Well, I was trying, James. I want Kyle with me, but he's not. He's going to stay home in LaGrange, and we'll be. I was hoping
Dang
you come, but we have Johnny. We have Johnny, Bubba, Matt.
Hey, all right. So we got to make other plans here. We got a couple things we have to get straight here. Then we're gonna go. So one, we got to decide when we're going to the Bird Dogs game and when we're going to the Warbirds game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to the Bird Dogs game before I have my hernia surgery.
See
May.
May 21st.
See if they'll
Okay.
make it
I'm in.
See if they'll make a TSO night.
Well, 21st is when I'm having my surgery. So before then.
Yeah.
Then all right. So in July we got to get with Alan Vick and see where we are on tickets for Coral Reefer Band and and I got to see if Jessica's going to go because we got Blackberry Smoke the Thursday in Wilmington before Coral Reefer on Tuesday, and then we're going to Charlotte that Friday for Turnpike Troubadours with Muscadine Bloodline. So I got to make sure she's going to be willing to do all three.
Wow. And we're not even talking about Confederate Railroad yet.
Yeah, well, Confederate Railroad for me, it's going to be, I got to have the surgery on the 21st. That concert's the 30th. I'm literally going to wait until week of and see how I'm recovering because last time I got an infection, if you guys remember, after the surgery. And so let's hope we don't deal with anything like that again.
By the way,
Well,
James, there's a way that we can fix this. We need a home and home with Southern Miss. Not to get. I'm just going to mention this.
Well, Justin says that's coming, or it's in the talks. In talks.
So James, when that happens, we'll come. Here's the deal. We'll
James,
come.
I forgot to tell you, Justin Butts, who is his dad's a big donor to ECU. They handle the haulers for equipment. He co-hosts the show sometimes. He's in the comments. He says that there is talks ongoing right now between ECU and Southern Miss to schedule a football series. Now,
So the
Justin
deal
has been
is-
known to make things up, though. So
the deal is, we'll go down to Hattiesburg if you come to Greenville. We'll make you a deal.
he's been he has been in Daddy Ficklin Stadium.
He has.
Yes, I took him on one of. James came up to see me three different times, and on one of the times he came up here, took him into Daddy Ficklin, just so he could see the stadium. It was a day, it was a summer day, just there was no game.
So what about? Have you been to Hattiesburg?
No, I have not. James is coming up here quite a bit because, like I said, his girlfriend was in the Charlotte area at the time. Then she moved to Mississippi, but they still had to come up to North Carolina to see her family.
He said we need to make that happen.
Is James a Mississippi Mud Monsters fan?
No, he that's
Pearl. That's
Pearl,
further
that's,
south.
yeah,
That's further
no.
south.
James is further
Really?
south. Well, he may
Pearl is right there at the Louisiana border.
Okay, I thought Pearl was up by Memphis.
No. Pearl's way down
How
south.
far are you from Pearl now? You're in Raleigh, Mississippi now. So I know he was living by Louisiana border. I don't know where the hell Raleigh is in Mississippi. He's moved so damn much over the last couple of years. For years, he was in the Hattiesburg area.
Oh,
Okay.
I need to ask Coach Anderson if he knows anything about it. All right.
About what?
About what?
About Pearl,
the Southern Miss
Mississippi?
series. No, about the Southern Miss series with ECU.
Coach Anderson, Blake Anderson.
Blake Anderson. Tom Anderson from Beavis and Butthead. Anyway, no, that would be great. But I've been to Hattiesburg twice in my life. So what in the world?
My StreamYard just completely crashed on me.
All right.
Did it do that to everybody? Or?
No,
No.
I don't know what happened. But anyway,
So,
we'll see if we have the Southern Miss series. We'll see about that. We'll keep.
I want to know where Raleigh is to Pearl at this point.
I do too, because Pearl is pretty darn south. It's right there at the Pearl River.
Raleigh's not that far
almost like Slidell, Louisiana.
Is right there at the north. There.
Yeah, Lake Pontchartrain. That's
Okay.
what Pearl, Mississippi is.
Well, he was living that far south at one point. He's not now. I don't know exactly where Raleigh is. I can't remember. It's James, help us out here. We need to sign off the air, but we desperately need to know this information.
Yeah.
I'm just amazed.
Is it the Tupelo area? Is Raleigh the Tupelo
No,
area?
that's north.
No, Pearl is
Tupelo's.
actually around. No, Pearl is.
And I have been to Jackson. James asked me my Jackson story. I got to tell you all the Jackson story, but that is classic.
No, Pearl is actually around. I'm actually closer to Jackson.
So he's closer to Jackson. Pearl would be south. Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Try that again, James.
he's not.
That didn't make any sense at all. But no, he's not a Mississippi Mud Monsters fan. The reason he asked that, James, is Mississippi Mud Monsters play in the same baseball league as the Down East Bird Dogs in Kinston.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can get sausage on a stick.
You can get that anywhere in Mississippi.
By the way, we need to have James. We need for you to be a guest host one night. You've been on the show for so many.
Yeah.
He's 50 minutes from Pearl.
Okay. No, he's 50 minutes from Pearl.
Pearl.
Oh.
Kyle got it.
I did after that. All right.
So, Dave, are you're definitely going to Tuscaloosa, though, correct?
Yeah, there's about 6 or 8
And
of us.
Kyle, would you say there's a 10% chance you would consider going?
Like, what would it take for you to come to and hang out with us and have a good time? You're one of my best friends.
All expenses paid.
What if I gave you a free place to stay, honestly, on a lake?
Oh, wait a minute now. And it's
Free place to stay on a lake.
Labor Day weekend.
In Tuscaloosa.
I'd have to talk to Jessica.
Okay.
I need my tickets paid for also.
No, well, I'm not going there.
else?
But I will buy you a paint bucket at Harry's Bar.
A paint? What the hell's a paint bucket?
It's got rum, gin, tequila. It's got like sour mix. It's got, and it's in a bucket. They actually give it to you in a bucket.
Okay.
And
How
if
big
you
is the
can,
bucket?
And I mean, in all honesty,
okay, it's not like a Home Depot bucket. It's like a paint
metal
bucket.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the cost of that with what alcohol costs now, you may be better off just buying the tickets. What the hell's that drink cost?
Oh, it's not. It's probably like it's not expensive.
That sounds like a $30 drink.
No, they just do it They just do it because they want to see people have a good time.
Mm.
All right.
Harry's Bar.
Harry's Bar. All right.
Harry's Bar. Where you at, Jay? Are you in town? Or where you at?
I just arrived in Greenville like 30 minutes before.
You're going to the game tomorrow night, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
All right, guys. And James says he's a history teacher. He can't spell.
Yeah. Well, James, you're a football coach.
Wow. I'll let you guys feud off the air. A North Carolina boy versus a Mississippi boy, and they're going to tangle. They're going to have anyway.
Here's the funny thing, Dave. We're at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. 2 hours and 22 minutes right now. At the beginning of the show, I was like, this is going to be a short one tonight. There's not a lot to talk about.
The entertainment arrived, JR. The entertainment arrived.
I guess so. And we have people watching, so that's amazing. Well, because James is here. That's what James.
That's what it is.
There you go.
We got to have James on.
Look, back before we even did this, I tried to get James to do a podcast. James is weird because he has a lot of confidence speaking, but then he gets nervous in situations like this speaking. I have seen him address entire rooms. James used to run the biggest widows and widows support group online, like anywhere, and I've seen him address entire groups of widows and widowers. But and I've seen him talk lots of smack to the ladies over the years.
Yeah.
But getting him on here to do this is like pulling teeth. But
is that where he met his girl from Chicago?
Well, yes, yes. He met Shannon, the girl that looked like a Mexican, and he met Sarah, the girl from Chicago. They both were widows. They met them both through the group that he ran. Yes, which actually,
that's pretty cool.
So yep. we had great times in Gatlinburg. At the he used he had a retreat there for widows and widowers, and me and Jessica would just go. And so anyway, but
Isn't
yeah,
that where
Shannon,
isn't Gatlinburg where a boy named Sue got thrown out of the?
Yes. It was Gatlinburg in mid-July. Yep.
Yeah.
Great song. All right, guys. Good luck to the Pirates. Not only on the baseball diamond.
By the way, very JR with the detective work, asking if that's where he met the girl from Chicago was through the widow, and he did, and he also met Shannon there. So very good detective work there.
I'm inquisitive. I listen.
You're putting things together. You think like I do. You're looking for clues for the solve the puzzle. Yeah.
Clues.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll have a great time, guys, and don't forget. By the way, super chats.
That's right. Give us money.
Yeah, you can always. I don't know if you knew we do that off the air. And Kyle, by the way.
Yeah, I would just cash at me as Franklin Kyle Barber on Cash App. Yeah, you can give me money off the air.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. All right. I have a new rich friend, Kyle Barber. Yeah. All right. We'll get out of here, you guys. Good luck to the Pirates against Wichita State.
Yes.
The spring game.
Hey, how happy are we going to be Sunday night? We're going to be just like, we're going to be so happy because we're going to be talking about a Pirate sweep.
And Kyle's going to be talking about the Tracy Bird concert. So.
Well, that too. I do hope that goes well.
I'll give you guys a recap of the Tracy Bird / Colt Ford concert, and Justin, he's going to do. He can also give you a recap because Justin will be there also.
All right.
And, Justin, sneak in some airplane bottles and slip me one.
He can stick him in his cowboy boots.
There you go. Yeah, I'm being serious.
Well, I'm being. That's why I wear cowboy boots to concerts all the time, just for that reason.
Good call. Good call. I may do that. Not, if anybody's listening, I'm not going to do that.
They're going to be frisky.
All right, fellas. Enjoyed it.
All right, guys.
All right. See you next time.
See y'all.
Go Pirates.
You're watching The Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.